Mic check, mic check.
Check. Nice.
have to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Hi, y'all. It's Friday again. It's mind-blowing to me that September is almost done with already. And it's fall right now, I think. Isn't it fall, no more summer? Yeah, fall time. What a mess! You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE, Jesse. Jesse. Tommy like a mug. Amazing. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. And if you're running around, yes, you can listen to the show no matter where you are and what you're doing. If you're not able to just sit home and watch it, or your office and watch it, you can still listen on the radio. On the iPhone, by calling the listen line on Talk Stream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131 on your phone. TalkStream Live made it possible. Also, to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. And my biblical question for this week, it is a doozy. And I've heard from so many people about it, on the show and off the show. What would happen if you never thought about yourself again? What would happen if you never thought about yourself again? Really, this question is amazing. If you do it, you'll see why it's so amazing. It is amazing. Another thing that is amazing to me, too, a whole lot of amazings, what's happening through human nature into the world. The way human beings treat each other. The hatred, the anger, the resentment, the deceit, the desire for revenge and jealousy and strife. It's all in human nature. Human nature is evil, and the earth is experiencing hell on it through human beings. That is mind-blowing to me when you really, really think about it. And if you can see it, it's even more mind-blowing. But you got to see it in you first in order to see it in the world, in others. But it is mind-blowing There is no love in this earth except for the one and two men who overcome anger, evil, resentment, judgment. And it's getting worse. And it's not going to get better because it is hell on earth. This is the Old Testament happening on earth. The New Testament is inside of you. It's inside of it, but you got to go and live from it. And so it is Friday. And every Friday is Get It Off Your Chest Friday. Every Friday is Open Line Friday, Express Yourself Friday, / Black. Because we love the blacks. Black Friday. That was then when I was growing up. See how nice it was? And this is now. I love the black.
You do make disparaging remarks towards black people.
He black.
I want to make sure we agree on that first.
No, we disagree.
Hold on.
I want to ask.
Well, and the things that you do, I just like I say, I want to hate you, but something won't let me.
Hey,
What?
what's wrong with the blacks? First you love me, and then you hate me. That's a game for a fool. It's amazing what's happening. It really is, folks. CBS 19 is reported. Some of you know about the shooting that happened in Texas the other day, where this guy was accused of shooting at or shooting ICE agents in Texas from a rooftop. And some of you are aware that day in and day out, there are human beings in America who are encouraging this stuff by saying, fight back. You gotta fight whatever it takes. And they're telling people to do it. They're not doing it themselves, but they're encouraging others to do it. And because most people don't have self-control, they go out and do it for no reason other than anger, and they believe the lie. And the people who encourage it, they don't go out and do it. They still sit in their office. They still go to work. They still go on TV. They're still having a life. But you're listening to them, and in your state of anger, resentment, you're doing what they're suggesting that you do. And then they don't take the blame for it. They blame you. Or they blame the Republicans or somebody else. And I can't blame them either, because as an adult, you are responsible for what you do. So it's a mess. CBS 19, investigators have uncovered writings belonging to the man who opened fire at a Dallas ICE facility. Watch this.
New details about the man who opened fire at the Dallas ICE facility. Investigators now say he left behind writings that reveal his motive. Luke Clary reports.
A day after the deadly shooting, investigators say searches of two properties linked to 29-year-old Joshua Yan produced handwritten notes showing his intent to terrorize ICE agents.
These loose notes included a game plan of the attack and target areas at the facility. He called the ICE employees people showing up to collect a dirty paycheck. He wrote that he intended to maximize lethality against ICE personnel and to maximize property damage at the facility.
Despite writing that he didn't want to hurt civilians, Yan allegedly killed one detainee and critically wounded two others with a rifle that he obtained legally. Another line stood out to investigators.
The sniper explicitly states, yes, it was just me.
Mason. Mind-blowing stuff, huh? It's interesting. It's being reported that a number of these ICE agents are Hispanics. And so these people are supposed to be so hurt about illegal aliens being deported, and yet they're shooting at the people that they're supposed to be caring about. It's like the blacks who are supposed to care about the blacks. And yet when blacks are killing the blacks and killing others, they don't care. I rest my case. Kash Patel said the shooter downloaded a list of DHS facilities.
On X, FBI Director Kash Patel said that Jan downloaded a list of DHS facilities, searched ballistics, and videos of the Charlie Kirk shooting in the days before the attack. Earlier, Patel shared this photo of the ammunition marked anti-ICE.
How unusual is that for an FBI director to be releasing to the public this kind of ground-level evidence?
It is unusual. I mean, I haven't seen it in the past.
Former FBI counterintelligence agent Eric O'Neill says this is a different era.
We're seeing our political leaders on all sides of our politics putting more out on social media than we've ever seen before in history.
And that his big concern now is what appears to be a trend.
Young men being radicalized, for it, whether it's through the internet or different groups, to particular ideologies that makes them decide that they are going to pick up firearms and take lives. And that's a problem.
Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. I think it's pretty cool and good and right for Kash Patel to put this out so you can literally see what's going on, because in the past, the agents don't really let you know what's going on, and it's never what you think that it is. So right on, Kash Patel. I appreciate it. CNN reported that over the weekend, California became the first state to ban most law enforcement officers from covering their faces during operations. The ban is a direct response to recent immigration raids in Los Angeles, where federal agents wore masks while making mass arrests. It's unclear how or whether the state can enforce the ban on federal agents. I don't think they can. I think it's just another attempt for the Democrats in California to pretend that they care, because election time, midterm elections are coming up. And so they're just pretending that they care, so they want to dox the ICE agents so you can vote for them. They don't care. They don't care at all. It's a mess. Where is the love? Where is the love? Which would you prefer, the ICE agents to cover their faces, or would you prefer Antifa to target them, uncover their faces so the Antifa and other terrorist organizations can target them? Which do you think is the right thing to do? How about thinking for yourself now and not let these crazy people dictate your life? And Jasmine Crooked is a mess. Jasmine Crooked is out of control. And the only reason that she's a so-called congressman, because the low IQ blacks voted for her. Ain't no way this person should be in Congress. Zero. This person shouldn't even be a wife and a mother. I don't know if she is a wife and a mother, but she should not be. It would be dangerous for the husband and the children. It would not be safe. Fox News, President Donald Trump sent a warning to the radical left Democrats on Thursday in the wake of the attack on U.S. immigration and custom enforcement facilities in Texas. this week. Radical left rhetoric. The radical left is causing the problem, Trump told reporters in the Oval Office before signing, singled out Jasmine Crooked, a so-called Democrat from Texas. Watch this from Fox News.
Who do you hold responsible for the uptick in left-wing violence in the country?
Radical left rhetoric. The radical left is causing the problem. They're out of control. They're saying things, and they're really dumb people. I mean, I look at Crockett. I look at some of these people. They're very low IQ people, actually. But the radical left is causing this problem, not the right. The radical left, and it's going to get worse. And ultimately, it's going to go back on them. I mean, bad things happen when they play these games. And I'll give you a little clue. The right is a lot tougher than the left, but the right's not doing this. They're not doing it, and they better not get them energized because it won't be good for the left. And I don't want to see that happen either. I'm the president of all the people. But the radical left is causing this. Radical left Democrats are causing this problem, and it gets worse. It gets worse. And it'll be a point where other people won't take it anymore, and that will not be good for the radical left, and we don't want that.
That's what they want, a civil war. They want a civil war. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. Because if you did, the people on the right, if you do that, they're going to disarm you like 90 going north. And they're going to blame you. They're trying to push you toward that. I also heard Donald Trump, it may have been on Fox News, say Trump said he talked to the leader of Somalia about taking Ilhan Omar back, but they didn't want her. They don't want her back. Do you blame them? The country that she came from don't want her back. So why do y'all want her here in this country? Ilhan Omar is another dirty, evil female, a nasty woman, just like Jasmine Crooked. Here's where Jasmine, another example of Jasmine Crooked. Show her true color. I see your true colors shining through. That's why I love you. True colors shining through. Fox News. So-called representative. I'm saying co-called, but they say representative. Jasmine Crooked, a Democrat from Texas, reflecting on her decision to vote against a measure honoring slain Turning Point USA co-founder Charlie and condemning political violence. It hurt her heart that only 2 Caucasians joined her opposition to it. So they were going to vote on this measure to honor Charlie Kirk, and Jasmine's like, no, what the? And she didn't like it that only 2 Caucasians voted with her against that. Watch this from CNN.
One of the things I do want to point out that's not been laid out that honestly hurts my heart is when I saw the no votes, there were only 2 Caucasians. For the most part, the only people that voted no were people of color, because the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk continuously put out there was rhetoric that specifically targeted people of color. And so it is unfortunate that even our colleagues could not see how harmful his rhetoric was, specifically to us.
So what she's saying that the people of color hate white folks. She just proved it. And I told you over and over and over and over and over and over again that there's a genocide upon white people. Jasmine literally said without, I don't know if she realizes that's what she's saying, but the people of color are against whites in their own country. These people in a foreign land hated the people who allowed them to be in the land. What the? That's like having a family member come and visit for 2 weeks. And then during the 2 weeks, they eat up all your chicken in the refrigerator, drink up all your Kool-Aid and everything while you're gone to work, eating up all your sweet potato pie. You go home in the evening thinking that you got some Kool-Aid and sweet potato pie, some chicken for dinner, and they ate it up. And then you get on them about it. They get mad at you. Or they use your landline, when they used to have landlines, to make calls back to wherever they came from. And then they make long distance calls, and then you get this big phone bill, and you're like, why did you make all these calls on my phone bill? And they get mad because you call them out, and they're just visiting for 2 weeks. And then they mad at you. You know what? You got to go. And now they call the family members up and say, he made me leave. And they don't mention they ate up all your chicken, drank your Kool-Aid. Just drank your Kool-Aid and ate up all your sweet potato pie.
This is oddly specific, Jesse. This is just general advice for everybody, right?
That's right. So watch your family members when they come visit. Let them know I got some extra dinner in the refrigerator for me when I come home. Don't you eat it. Amazing. So Jasmine Crooked, I would suggest you go back to Africa, wherever you came from. You're in the wrong country. And take Ilhan Omar with you. And that other Rashid, and then that other one from New York. Whatever her name is. I forgot her name. Take her with you too. She's a nasty one as well. 888-7753. Talib and
AOC?
Yeah, alcoholic anonymous. I mean,
no,
not alcoholic anonymous. That's the wrong name.
Yeah, that's Alexandria.
Yeah, Alexander. In the United States of America, if ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now, Alexander. Yeah, Cortez, or whatever her name is. Sandy Cortez, as Tucker would call her. SETH is a first-time call out of North Carolina. SETH, get it off your chest.
Good morning, Jesse.
Hey, Seth.
I was just calling because yesterday my friend Nathan called in. I don't know if you remember speaking to him.
Never ask a black man if he remembers.
Oh, that's right. Well, he was worried about my liberal tendencies, and I wanted to come on here and talk to you about everything that was going on that got him to that conclusion.
So he was talking about you, referring to you?
Yeah, he was saying that my wife claimed to be. I was claiming my wife was conservative, and then I was showing liberal tendencies myself. And I wanted to come on here and talk to you about that because I thought it was really funny. I was listening to it.
Are you the one that sold your house and bought a trailer or something?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay. Now I remember. See, it's best not to ask me to remember, and then I start to remember.
It's all right, Jesse. I'm white and slow. I know.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
So, I'm going to be 37 years old next month, and I have a son who is 18 that is going to Mississippi State University. He just started going to college there. I was 18 years old when he was born, and I have a son now that is 5 months old. So I did not want to make the same mistakes I made with my first son. Again, I learned a lot over the last 18 years, and I have 3 other children. So altogether, I have an 18-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old, and another son, our son now, that's 5 months old, and my wife's pregnant again.
Wow, you have all boys?
4, it'll be 4 boys and 1 daughter.
And so you made boys first?
Yes, sir. Both my first two kids were boys.
Real men make boys first. Congratulations.
Thank you. But what I did is I realized at the time my wife, she was a teacher. She was working for the public school system, and I knew that if she got pregnant, and when she did, and she told me she was pregnant and we were going to have a child together, that I wanted to get her out of school and at home. I wanted her to be at home. I wanted her to take care of the kids and homeschool the kids. I did not want to let any more of my children go to public school, because public school is my two older boys went to public school, and I think it kind of screwed them up a little bit.
Of course.
And so they're still in public school because that's where they want to be. And they're, my son that's 15, he loves his public school, and I'm not going to pull him out. But my oldest son's going to college now, and I feel, I'm glad that he wants to do that and get a degree, but I feel like he's going to have a whole bunch more nonsense pumped into his head there. But my daughter, we pulled her out of public school, and she's being homeschooled.
Nice.
My stepson's being homeschooled, and now the new baby and the baby that we're going to have after him are all going to be homeschooled. And I told them, Nathan, that called yesterday, and some of my other friends, that I wanted to make sure that my wife stayed at home and took care of the kids and homeschooled them to protect them. And I think that's the best thing anyhow. And so what I did was I sold my house, and I took the money from selling my house, and I bought a car and a truck, paid them off so I would have no payment. I bought 2 campers, one for vacation purposes, one to live in. And so we put our camper, and where we're living, they only charge us, we're paying between $200 and $300 a month to be there with that camper. I have no mortgage or payment on anything. Everything I have, I own. And so I wanted to get away from all those payments and mortgages and car payments and all that stuff to lower my expenses, so it would be easier to do these things and have my wife stay at home and do what I feel is right and live a more modest lifestyle.
Amazing.
And it's working. It's working out pretty well so far. I mean,
nice.
And so I was telling the guy that answered the phone before he put me on with you that I learned, the reason I like your show so much is because I learned a lot of the stuff you talk about. I learned before I ever started listening to you about the thoughts being so pervasive and such a problem, because I put my faith in Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior when I was like 12 years old, but I never got any of it. Like, it never did anything to make my life better. And the reason why, and I learned this now, and this is something that I've learned recently in the last probably 2 years, was because I was never putting the thoughts into captivity. I was never doing anything but giving in to all those thoughts.
Yep.
And I had a problem with alcohol for 10 years. I was drinking heavily for 10 years off and on, and I'd stop and I'd go back. And what I realized the other day, because I drive a garbage truck, and a customer had left a tip. They left beer as a tip, because sometimes that's what they do.
Yeah.
And I texted my wife, and she said, "What are you going to do with it?" And in the moment, I was thinking, well, I'll drink it. And she said, no, you don't need to do that. And I had to take a moment and analyze myself and realize that so many times before, those thoughts, that evilness had told me, Seth, you just drink one. You'll be all right. Just drink in moderation. And then that one turn.
Hold that thought for me. Let me take a quick break. Don't hang up. 888-77-JESSON. Back in a moment. Now, I totally disagree with the way things are going, but you can't be angry because that's what the enemy wants. He wants to control you. They do things to make you mad so they can control you. It's like being married. And the wife would do things to make you mad, or she'll do things to make you feel good. And men do that to women too when they want something from the woman, especially sex. They'll make her feel good or they'll make her angry. And the woman's gonna have to say, you don't wanna be angry. You wanna speak up. You wanna disagree with what's going on. It's wrong, but do not be angry. Then you won't have fear, you won't have doubt, you won't have worries. You'll be able to see, but you gotta stay away from anger. That's why you must forgive your mothers and your fathers so that you can overcome the spirit of anger. It's a spirit and it's wicked. Nothing good in anger because it has no love, folks. You need love to defeat evil. And love is not a weakness. It's a strength. It's from God. It's His nature. Okay, I'm supposed to say light something or hit something. What am I supposed to say, Derek? Like the videos. What? Like the YouTube videos right now. My producer's talking to me in my head right now. My earphone. He black. Hit like on the stream. Like the videos right now. Amazing. What? It helps spread the message out. I'll be in control. It helps spread the message out. So like the videos right now on the stream. All right. And then the hate report is coming up at the top at 9 a.m. TheHakeReport.com. And James Hake is on fire. And after that, the guy with the good hair, I don't know what's going to happen when you lose that hair, but it'll still be good hair. It'll just be on the floor somewhere. But the guy with the good hair, and then after that, a brand new episode of the FallenState.tv today, every Friday at 11 a.m., right after the Hake Report. I talked to Kyla Turner, a political commentator, social media influencer, and the host of Not So Erudite. Watch this.
Next time on The Fallen State.
Women are so emotional and illogical, they can't make the right choice.
If women can't choose, then they can't sin.
Satan is the woman's God, and evil comes through the woman.
Don't think that that's a Christian belief, no.
And why not?
I would say that that's heretical. I don't think anyone theologically agrees with you.
See, this is why women shouldn't be voted. They're too emotional.
What's emotional about this?
You're not making logical decisions.
Well, I think I'm being more logical than you right now, right?
What the? Amazing. You're going to love it. It was fun. I enjoyed talking to her. It was interesting. At 11 a.m. Pacific time. And you can support the Fallen State right there on the YouTube channel. You can become a member. You can donate to it, whatever. And then, or JesselyPeterson.locals.com. Amazing. And then after that, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Not George Lord, but the American anchor baby. Right after the Fallen State, flying high, not off pot, not off fentanyl, but natural energy given to him by God. Are you flying today, American anchor baby?
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, okay.
We might be training. We'll see what we got to do.
See, you never know.
Because you've been saying, you've been expressing and stressing to the folks that I am not a DEI pilot. And so.
Do you want to be a DEI?
No, I'm trying to train my way out of that.
Oh, I see. I'm trying to train my way out of being a DEI. What's up?
Google my way out of that.
right after the Fallen State, around 12 Pacific time or so. So check out the American Anchor Baby. And then Sunday morning fellowship for all. Doors open at 10:30. Meeting starts at 11 a.m. rebuildingtheman.com/church. More information. rebuildingtheman.com/church. 2 p.m. Eastern time, all right? Let me go quickly back to Seth. So, Seth, did you drink the beer?
No, I didn't. I actually threw it away because I took a moment to examine myself and realize, historically in my past, I would always tell myself, well, those thoughts, the evil thoughts would tell me, I said, just drink one, you'll be all right, and have it in moderation.
Yeah.
And then that one would turn to 6, and then the 6 would turn to 12, and then the 12 would turn to a bottle of wine also and some liquor. And you keep, by the time you're doing that, you're sitting there telling yourself, well, I'm a grown man, I can do whatever I want. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. You're sitting there just being arrogant about your own stupidity. And so it took me a long time to realize that, because I used to use drinking as a coping mechanism, or at least that's what I told myself. And then I would blame everybody else for my problems and then go drinking to try to solve it.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize until very recently that when I was sitting around drinking in my own pile of misery that I was the most selfish, worthless person I could possibly be. I had children that needed me, that needed me to take care of them and be there for them. And I was physically, my body was present, but my mind and my spirit was nowhere around.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was completely composed with doing nothing but just getting drunk all the time, and it got me nowhere. And it's taken me this long to realize, and it's not even me, it's God's Spirit working in me to make me realize that I didn't need any of that. It's helped me. He's opened up so many things to me in the last couple of years about everything in life with wants, because if you want things, you never stop wanting things. And then those things never fulfill you. You get bored with them, and then you want something else. You never get happy or fulfilled with your wants.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen. And the thing about anger and emotions, you're dead on about that too, because I used to be an angry, emotional person, and I would quit a job over being emotional, and I would get mad, and I'd say, well, how come that guy's not getting yelled at like I am, and how come he's not getting in trouble like I am? And then now I realize I need to worry about myself and not put any focus or judgment on any other person.
Right on.
I need to worry about my life, my existence, and what's best for me and my family, because that's obviously my purpose. God has me here to take care of the children he's blessed me with. So I need to do that and not be given over to alcohol or any other dumb addiction or problem that is nothing but me being in my head and trying to be in my own misery all the time, because it doesn't solve anything.
But let me ask you this. Nathan said, and I may be wrong, and so I may be quoting him wrong, but he said, so you were listening to Nathan call when he called yesterday, right?
Yes, I was.
And so he said that you had a $200,000 home or so, and you sold it for $100,000.
Yes, I did. I sold it for $153,000.
And how do you feel knowing that he is concerned about you?
Well, I appreciate his concern, but I don't really care, because the thing is, everybody that's listening, my own family, pretty much everybody, when I told them I was going to do this, told me I was nuts.
And why did you tell anyone that you were going to do it? Why did you just do it?
Because I was moving an hour away from everyone, my family that was living up here where I was living. I was moving an hour away from everyone to do this. So I told them so they would know I was not going to be present physically anymore.
And so how do you feel about Nathan now?
I talked to Nathan yesterday after he called you. So, I mean, Nathan's a good friend. I mean, there's several guys I used to work with back then that we still talk, pretty almost daily, sometimes every other day, but not as much as we used to. But, I've got an infant at home, and I've got 2 other children that are still at home, and I've just got a lot of responsibility and things I have to deal with every day. And I just have learned that the best thing to do for me to do is work hard and do the best I can for them.
Absolutely.
And
I think he said you had a liberal wife or something.
Well, that's another funny subject.
Did he say that?
Yeah, well, what he said was, I said that she's conservative, but I'm starting to take on liberal tendencies, and the only reason that they said that is because of I had a disagreement with them about the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing and the Charlie Kirk thing, and they because what I was referencing was the other day. You were showing a video on your show of Charlie Kirk vigil, and this guy drove through on a moped and said "F Charlie Kirk" in this big crowd of people, and they ripped him off the moped and started attacking him. Several of those people. And what I was telling them is, if the right-wing side of things is always the side that's supposed to be on the moral high ground of everything, why are they attacking a man?
Yeah. They're in prayer, they crying, they're supposed to be mourning over someone who expired, and somebody just drive through. It's not like he hurt anyone with his moped. He just yelled, F Charlie Kirk, F Charlie Kirk. And they came out of prayer and attacked him, beat him up. I'm like, how you come out of prayer and fight?
It blew my mind because, the guy, I feel like, because I used to watch Charlie Kirk and I liked his material, but I feel like if he would have been standing there and they were celebrating another person's vigil, and that guy drove by and said, F Charlie Kirk and F this person it's about, he would have just been like, let him go and let him say what he wants to say. Right. Let him go. That's what we should be doing, and everybody gets so offended over words.
Right. You got to stop fighting with the devil inside of your mind and outside of you, inside of others. And right now, you have the right fighting the left and the left fighting the right, and they both think they're right, and they're both wrong.
Right, and I told them the Jimmy Kimmel thing was a complete political move, and I feel that because Disney owns ABC, and ABC owns that show, and they called him and put him on hiatus, and I think it's fairly ironic that right after Charlie Kirk's funeral was over and everything, the next couple days they put him back on the air. Well, if they were going to make a true example of Jimmy Kimmel for his behavior, they should have canceled him completely and got rid of his show, but instead they waited until the smoke had cleared and some of the emotion from the Charlie Kirk situation had died down, and then they put him right back in place. So it's just a political chess game is all that was.
And so did Nathan think that you were sounding like your wife or something?
No, I think in their minds they were saying that I thought Jimmy Kimmel should have a show or something. Oh. And that's not what I was saying at all. What I was saying is the left, who owns ABC and Disney, they put Jimmy Kimmel back on right after Charlie Kirk's, after that funeral that they did that was on YouTube and all over the internet and on TV. They did that funeral, and then all of a sudden now Jimmy Kimmel gets his position back. Well, if they wanted to make a true example of him, they should have fired him just like all these other businesses fired people who came out and said derogatory things.
It sounds like
about
it
Charlie
was
Kirk.
A public relation ploy,
Exactly.
Yeah. So because now supposedly they got more people watching Jimmy than before. So you never know, man.
Right, and I told them too about Charlie Kirk, and this is my honest opinion. I liked Charlie Kirk and I liked his material. I thought he was a pretty cool dude, but it almost seems like to me people are worshiping him. And
they are.
And that's
a big mistake.
Very weird. It's very weird to me because you were showing a clip too where they were doing a vigil somewhere, I think in Iowa or somewhere for him, and this girl was saying a prayer, and in her prayer she was saying, "Thank you, God, for Charlie Kirk and his life and his mission and what he did and all this stuff." And it's just so weird to me that he's being worshipped like that. I mean, then that one girl called in your show and said that she was saying that there's a Bible verse. I think it was Matthew 12:23 or something like that. And that verse, if you read it, is clearly about Jesus. And she was saying, well, I think this has something to do with Charlie Kirk, because he was shot at 12:23. And it's just so weird to me that people are putting all that stuff together like he's just a man. And I know that he had a Christian message, and I'm glad he did. That's wonderful, but he shouldn't be getting worshipped like that. It's just very weird, and I feel like people are always looking for a man to worship.
It reminded me of when Martin Luther King was assassinated, and the blacks started to worship him then, and while pretending that they were worshiping God, they were worshiping Martin Luther King Jr., and as a result, they have not recovered. They have not returned to their independence. They are not free-thinking people because they were worshiping a man while pretending that they were worshiping God. It's a mess. And so
it's
go ahead.
It's wild. It's wild, and I just think of I think in the Bible where, you know, Thomas is doubting Jesus and he puts his hand in the hole in his body, and Jesus said, "Blessed are those who believe without seeing."
Yeah, absolutely.
And it seems like men just want to be able to. We have to be able to see something or see someone to have to try to worship, and it's just very strange to me.
It's a mess. Well, I hope that things work out for you and your family, and I don't, whatever you and Nathan and y'all you guys decide to do, that's up to you. But maybe Nathan meant well. I don't know if he meant harm, but you got to do what you got to do for your family for sure.
Yes, sir, and I'm gonna continue to do that. I told them another thing they think I'm weird about, and I told them, I said, I don't worry about the past no more. I try not to even bring it up. It's all gone and over. I don't worry about the future because, I may not even be alive this time tomorrow. That's not up to me. That's up to God. But I do know that what I need to do is if I wake up and I'm blessed to have another day, just worry about that day.
Are you guys still friends?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I'll probably talk to them today.
Good. Oh, amazing. I wish you well. Two quick questions. I got to run because of time. Did you forgive your mother and father?
Yes, I did.
And are you doing the silent prayer?
I'm not doing the silent prayer.
What a mess.
And just the main reason I'm not is for the simple fact that I don't really adhere to trying to do that because the church, when I was a kid, they pushed the sinner's prayer, and that's not biblical. You can't find that anywhere in the Bible.
There's no
man made
prayer.
That up.
They sure
you
did,
could say
man.
There's a Lord's Prayer, and that is in the Bible.
Right.
But if you just say that all the time, it's kind of becoming more of a ritualistic, habitual act that you're doing, and not really. I don't think it's genuine. I think you're just repeating words when you go to doing something like that. So I don't really take the prayer of a man and try to use it. I just say a prayer that is, between me and God, and I keep it short and sweet and just pray throughout the day.
Amazing. Well, I wish you well, Seth, and congratulations on all those white babies you have. Keep making white babies.
Hey, she wants to have 2 more. So
we need those white babies for White History Month.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Well, I wish you well. I hope Nathan is listening. And again, I think he meant well too. So, but I hope you guys, if you want to, maintain your friendship.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time, Jesse.
You're welcome, and stay with us, stay with us, stay with it, all right?
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Thank you, Seth.
Yep, have a good day.
You too, buddy. 888-7753-773. Let me go to LP, a first-time caller out of Texas. LP, you are on the air.
Good morning, sir. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
I just knew I should have asked that. Hey,
go ahead.
I just want to keep it kind of simple and sweet. So, I do have a mother. Like I had a stepmother growing up, but I reached out on Facebook to my biological mother. So I took your advice, and I had went and forgiven both of them. But I didn't get a feeling from either one. And I want to not seek your advice, but I kind of want you to look from the outside and see what I did wrong. Because I met with my biological mother, and I basically forgave her because I didn't know her for my whole life, and I'm 23 now. So she kind of left us at birth, and I was left with my dad. And my dad did a good job raising 3 kids, but that's besides the fact.
And you say you're 23 now?
Yes, sir.
So your biological mother left you with your father?
Yes.
And you didn't see her anymore until you're 23?
Correct.
Whoa. But go ahead.
Right. But yes, sir. But my stepmom came into my life about 6, 7 years old. So, and I forgave her, and I forgave my biological mom. But like, I wanted to thank you because I'm not having repercussions from it.
Right.
Like, I'm not feeling a bad way or not feeling a certain way about it. And I'm wanting to, like, every little thing in my body wants to react to this, but like, I know I did it the right way. Like, I know that now that it's done, like, it's been done. Like,
Yes.
it is not in my hands. But
And so your question for me about that is what?
when I see the hell in other people, like, you know, when I do something they may not agree with, like if I mess up with a coworker or I have a disagreement with my parents, when I see the hell in them and they want to react to me, but like they want me to react to them, reacting in general, but I won't give them one. What is your advice?
That's perfect. Don't react to evil inside of your mind, and don't react to evil inside of other people, because evil lives off a reaction. It has to make you react so it can stay alive. And so, and when you react to it, you're keeping it inside of you. And when you react to others, you're giving them a thrill because they love their evil. They love their misery. So they need a reaction from you so they can get a false sense of life. So don't judge them, but don't react.
Correct. Yes, sir. You know, I've been listening to you for 3 years.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did you resent your stepmother?
You know, I had to forgive her because I did resent her my whole life.
And
I
why?
hadn't realized
Why did you resent her?
because I told her I forgave her because she has a biological son who is my stepbrother, who is only a couple years younger than me. And I got to see her hug him, kiss him. I kind of treat him like her son.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like it was reciprocated towards me. So I forgave her for that because as soon as I started listening to you, and it took me a good 3 years to build up the courage to forgive her for that.
Right.
I finally saw it, and I was like, wow.
Right on.
You know, like, that's why I'm so lustful in my relationships. That's why, I say I'm lustful because I overindulge in hugs, kisses, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point,
I didn't have
man.
that.
Can you hold for me?
What's that?
Can you hold on? Let me take a break. Hold on. 888-77. He's so right about this, folks. I can hardly tell you how right he is about it at 23. What the hate news is coming now. The hate, H-A-K-E news, not the fake news. And 2 more hours to go. Open Line Friday / Black Friday. Back in a moment. Check out Punchy's Coffee. I have my own coffee now. Punchy Coffee is good. Every bag is roasted to order. Freshest flavor. Top quality. Specialty grade beans. Good. Every dime goes back to Bar, my nonprofit. And we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So when you're drinking coffee and enjoying it, just know you're helping somebody. Amazing coffee. Punchy has his own coffee now. What the? And it's so good. All the way from the plantation to my own coffee. Who would have thought? Did that coffee come from the plantation? Did I pick my own coffee? Check it out. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/stores, and get Punchy's Coffee.
Are the original human beings Chinese? Wow, I'm zoomed in. And not African? Or are they European? Some of you guys might prefer that. And lame-o, rhino, Jim Comey. I call him Jim, so as not to call him James, because my name is James, and I don't want to be associated with that liberal lame-o beta Comey, whose wife and daughters went to the... he's supposedly a Republican. They all voted for Hillary Clinton, he thinks, in 2016, and they all went to that women's march on Trump's inauguration day or the day after or something like that. Remember those pink gals with the P-word hats, the pink hats? And they were promoting abortion and so-called women's rights and dumb stuff like that. Terrible. He got indicted for being a lame-o or a liar or whatever. Who knows? I don't know. It may be a nothing burger. Don't know. We'll see. And tariffs. Man, is this okay? Anyway, tariffs. Foreign pharmaceuticals. Trump is tariffing foreign-made pharmaceuticals. Make them over here. And Chinese prefab cabinets. You know, Chinese cabinet, those cheap Chinese prefab cabinets undercutting us custom cabinet makers. Because I was a custom cabinet maker type of a company guy. And vanities, oh yeah. And also heavy trucks, foreign heavy trucks, tariffs. This is the end of hour one of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Black Friday. Also, Get It Off Your Chest Friday, the 26th of September, AD 2025. The lines are full, but you can call in every so often, all right? Just in case a line opens up or as JLP wraps up with another caller. Or in the meantime, you can also buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. It is not actual coffee that you're buying. You're buying a super chat to be read on air by yours truly for JLP to listen to and respond to. Nice, huh? Sweet. But anyway, Commie Nonsense Network, CNN, reports... Oh, wait. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. A fossil unearthed in China is raising new questions about human evolution. Scientists say this 1 million-year-old skull could suggest that humans are much older than previously thought, and Chinese, not African. I saw this joke from this former guest of the Hague Report, Jockle, said that Richard Dawkins, you know, that famous atheist guy who's all pro-evolution stuff, he's going to be wearing a t-shirt that says, "We are all Chinese," instead of "We are all African." What a sucker. Anyway, James Comey, former FBI director, that tall guy, James Comey, that lame-o, always pretending like, oh, everything is so hard. He's been indicted. INDICTED. Looks like indicted, but it's indicted by a federal grand jury. An extraordinary escalation in our greatest president, Donald J. Trump's effort to prosecute his political enemies casts commie nonsense on it. Jim Comey, longtime nemesis. Is that a feminine term? I don't know. Seems sort of like that. Of the president is now the first senior government official to face federal charges in one of Trump's largest grievances, the 2016 investigation into the Russian interference in the United States presidential election. Comey's been charged with giving false statements and obstruction of a congressional proceeding and could face up to 5 years in prison if convicted. Doubtful, but who knows? I mean, it would be nice if people actually faced some responses for the FBI lying to us, right? Because he was FBI type of a guy, right? As Trump celebrated the news on social media Thursday, Jim Comey shared a defiant video response that he is innocent and not afraid, adding that his heart is broken for the Department of Justice. What a phony, huh? The DOJ has been the enemy of the people for how long? Maybe since it's founded. So anyway, I'll tell you about the tariffs, I guess, next hour, because we're coming back to the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, hour 2.
and to stand up strong. Face the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jasmine Peterson. It's the second hour of the show on Friday. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question: what would happen if you never thought about yourself again? What would happen if you never thought about yourself again? Think about that. Amazing, huh? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about running around, or just at home cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because we are on Monday through Friday and heard around the world, so different time zones, and you just can't watch the show, you can podcast, but you can listen on your phone by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, and we're going to get to your super chats. To donate and have your comments read out loud, go buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Friday. It's Get It Off Your Chest Day. It's Express Yourself. It is whatever's on your mind /Black Friday. That was it. That looked like them slope right there at Uncle Double C. I love the blacks.
You do make disparaging remarks towards black people.
He black.
I want to make sure we agree on that first.
No, we disagree.
Hold on.
I want to ask. Well, and the things that you do, I just like I say, I want to hate you, but something won't let me.
Hey,
what?
What's wrong with the blacks? What? I want to go back to LP, a first-time caller from Texas, 23 years old, and went and forgave his stepmother and his mother, and now he's waking up. And that's the way to do it. So, LP, you forgave your stepmother because she gave love to her son, but not to you, and now you out there looking for love and kisses and hugging from these women, and you were saying about that. LP?
Can you hear me?
I can now. Go ahead.
Yes, sir, exactly. And what's crazy is my little brother, he's my little brother. Like, I still take him to, we had the same jiu-jitsu class. We both fight. Like, he's my brother. Like, we might not be blood, but I understand him. I understand and I want to help him, but I know I'm not supposed to because I can see our mother inside of him.
Yeah.
Like through emotions and just getting upset in general. Like that's the really biggest one. But I know that it's up for God to help him realize it inside himself. There's nothing I can do with myself.
And what did your stepmother say when you forgave her?
She just said thank you. She just, she didn't care. Like, I don't know if she didn't really give into it.
Right.
I don't know if you know what I mean? She didn't believe me. But that's something I never worried about.
Right.
Like,
it doesn't matter as long as you know you forgave her by realizing you were wrong for judging her, not as you're a young man, and you'll be fine. And again, it doesn't matter if she said thank you or nothing, or blame your dad, or blame you or whatever. That's on her.
Yes, sir. Yep.
And what did your mother say when you forgave her?
Say that again.
What did your mother, your real mother, say when you went and forgave? Did you say you forgave your real mother as well, right?
Yes, sir. I met her in person.
What was that like?
Well, I expected her to be of three things: one, dead; two, kind of drugged out, or three, just old. Like, cause she, like, I didn't know her name or anything.
You didn't know her name?
I didn't even know her name up to that point. Yes, sir.
You didn't know your mother's name the whole 23 years of your life?
Right. Yep.
And why not?
That my dad would never bring her up. Me and my two other siblings would never talk about it.
And so she never crossed your mind?
No. I can honestly say no.
Wow. That's deep.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. You would look like at some point you think about, I wonder what my mother is like. Or what's her name? What's her name?
Like? Exactly. What would a woman version of me look like? You know what I mean?
Right. But this is why fathers and mothers are not supposed to marry step parents. The mother should never marry another, because the kids don't want a step parent. The step parent is never going to treat the child. And even if the step parent tried to treat the child as though it was own, the kids are not going to have that same inner feeling or desire for a step parent that they naturally have for their real parents.
Exactly. You're 100% correct. And they had kids out of wedlock. They weren't married. You know what I mean? I get the whole rundown, and I've forgiven him for that. I went and forgave my dad, and I kind of explained that to him.
Yeah. Oh, good. And how did he respond?
He just kind of smiled and said, like, that's cool. But I could see it in his face, like he understood.
Right on.
Like it was a lot easier apologizing to him. Like, it was terrifying apologizing to your stepmom, but to your dad, it's so much easier.
Most of the time, it's always easier with the father than it is the mother, because it's the mother that you hate. And so whomever you're angry at, who you hate or resent, they control you. Even if they're not trying to, they still control you. That's why you must forgive, so that you cannot be controlled by anybody or anything of the world. You're only controlled by God, by the truth.
Yes, sir. You know what sucks though is that I can't, because I do go to college. I can't look at someone my age, like a woman, and believe them. Like I can't get close to them in the sense that where I used to like be real pushover. Like I'd really like try to understand them, or like, oh yeah, let me get to understand you.
But that's beautiful, because when you forgave your mother, the woman can no longer be your God. When you drop that anger, because you become attracted to what you hate, and it become your God. And now that you've forgiven your mother, the woman is no longer your God. So you're going to naturally treat women the way you would treat everyone. It would be no difference.
It's beautiful in itself, but I can't. I really wish for a connect. See, that's the ego talking right now. I want to say I want to wish to have a connection with a girl my age, but I know that if God wants me to have that, I'll have it. Like
And why do you want a connection? Now that you're overcoming a woman being your God, why do you? And you're right, it's your ego, it's not you. But why do you want to, instead of totally connecting to what is right, why do you want to connect to a woman again?
I was just raised, and I grew up. I think it's because I grew up watching my stepmom and dad have such a good relationship that I've always felt the pressure to recreate that. Like something to look forward to. Like it's familiar with me. Like I would have that, and I'd be familiar with it, and I'd be fine. But that's just for and something that doesn't exist. Like none of those things exist.
Right. I highly recommend you drop that thought, drop those emotions, and your relationship should be with seek first the kingdom of God His right way, only with the truth, and let the truth add unto you what you should have, and you'll be fine. So really don't want for anything but what is right, and what is right will take care of you.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
I was just about to bring that up. Yes, sir. I can get to about 30 minutes. I'll start off with 10, 20. I can get to 30 minutes.
That's fine.
And I go to sleep like a baby, and I wake up a lot earlier, and I do it again. I feel fine. I wanted to ask you, how long are your silent prayers? Because you might do it 2 or 3 times a day. How long are they? Like, how long can you go?
I can go an hour without even... Without even thinking about it, no more than that. But I also practice now being present at all time. I'm literally practice at all time to be aware. It is amazing to live that way. And I'm not perfect at it yet, being aware at all time. But I can tell you, it is amazing. And it just makes you, it reminds you to be present at all time, because when you practice being present at all time, you can tell right away when you slip out of it and you're in your head and you just come back to it. So I want to encourage you to practice being present. I don't know if you know, but Jesus said to watch and pray. And what he means by that is to stay present. And when you're present, you're in prayer and you'll be fine.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. So are you practicing during the day to try to be present?
I love that you do that. You basically take a situation and you take no thought of it. Like you're current, you're present. That is in itself that's where the silent prayer comes into play.
Yes.
Like you just be that. I think I see people in the chat talking about does duration matter. I think that's why it does, because there's gonna be times where someone's just sitting there yelling, and then sometimes you are able to sit in it and have no reaction to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just my biggest thing is I
will
to help people, because I really do. I am help. God is really helping me realize things, and alongside you, like He works through you, and you work to me, like without you kind of realizing it. So all glory to God.
Yeah.
But it just sucks because I can't help people. I know I'm not supposed to, but it sucks.
But don't let that be. You shouldn't even desire to help anyone.
It's just for the ego.
Yeah, it's all ego. People who love helping others, they want to help others. They're on an ego trip. They really are. And so don't even desire that, and let the truth work through you. And the truth will give you the words to say when you need to say them. It will give you the person or people to say it to. It really will work through you, man. You don't desire that at all, because that is an ego desire. Your only desire is that God's will be done on earth through you as it is in heaven.
Right on. Yes, sir.
All right. So you're 23. You stay with it and just stay with it and stay with it, and let all desires disappear, and the truth will completely take over. And LP, you will have a life that I can't even give you words to say. And at 23, you're waking up at such an early age, and you avoided a whole lot of misery in your life, really. So stay with it.
It took one breakup too with a girl. I was like, okay, I'm not ever doing it again. You're my first girlfriend. You'll be my last for a while. Like this sucks.
You'll be sitting by the dock of the bay.
Yep.
But
well, I'm gonna let you run, man. I know there's a lot of people right behind me, so
right.
I wanted to say thank you and just kind of call you. Like I just sit there and watch you, like kind of hovering over my phone, deciding whether or not to call you, and then the Satan tells me don't. So
yeah, don't pay attention to that. And I really want to encourage you to just watch and pray, meaning to just be present, and whatever thoughts come and emotions come, whether it's to break up with a girl or friends or your family, you just watch those thoughts. Don't call them to you, and they will be taken away from you, and you will have a clear mind. And
yes, sir.
Your whole life will be based on a clear mind, not a clouded mind.
Exactly. I'm so glad I didn't call you going through that breakup because, like, I really needed to go through it myself and come to realize it. I didn't need any kind of influence.
Right on. Right on, man. Amazing, LP. God bless you, man.
God bless.
All right, call me again. Amazing, 23 years old. Jennifer, first-time caller out of North Carolina. Jennifer, you're on the air.
Hello, Jesse. Let me take you off speakerphone, sir.
All right.
How are you doing?
All is well, Jennifer.
Well, it's wonderful to talk to you, Jesse. I am a new fan. I saw some of your comments on the Iryna's murder on the light rail the other day.
Oh, man, what a mess.
I was like, you know what? I really need to call Jesse and tell him this because everything you've been saying to me, Jesse, through my computer is true. So, like, you know, as I said, I'm new to your show, and, like, you know, after I saw you talk about Iryna's murder in my city, you know, I'm, like, sitting here listening to you, and I'm like, you know, this is a smart man. He's saying to me, listen, white women, this is dangerous for you. Black people hate you.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I need to listen to this guy because I've never felt like black people hate me. You know, it's just, or maybe I don't want to feel it, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm basically calling to kind of give my testimony. A lot of people come at me like, well, you have white privilege, you don't understand. And I wanted to get your opinion on that because I want you to tell me if you think I had white privilege. Okay. I grew up, both my parents were drug addicts, right? My dad's not even on the birth certificate because my mom wanted to take advantage of the Section 8 welfare food stamps, right? The only reason why they stayed together was because my mom had a 360 methadone a month prescription, and my dad would be digging into her purse, stealing it. The only job my dad ever had was selling weed, okay? And then once they got old enough to claim disability, and old enough, I mean 40s, they went and did it. And then so flash forward 10 years now, my dad's dead of cancer and many other sins. And the entire family won't speak to my mother anymore except for myself. And she's still living on the streets of homeless in Brockton, Massachusetts. And here's the thing, Jesse, like, I never saw myself as a victim. I never saw myself affected, but like I never accused a different race because of my parents' bad decisions. And that got me off on like a bad foot, you know? And I feel like black people are constantly blaming white people for their mom and dad's bad decisions. Like, doesn't it just come down to that?
Yeah.
Like, you know, they were both victims, constantly playing the victim, constantly being selfish, telling me God wasn't real. And at 13 years old, all I needed to do was find a friend who went to church named Candace, and God has saved me ever since. And I've just been following my Father in heaven and being like, hey, Mom and Dad, you know what? Why don't we just be friends? So what do you think about that, Jesse?
Well, number one, had you been born with a silver spoon in your mouth, if your parents were filthy rich and you never had to do anything in your life, there's still no such thing as white privilege. Those words are just made up so that they can keep the blacks angry at white people so that they can control the blacks for personal gain. Because you can't control a person unless you emotionalize them, make them angry or make them feel good. And so there's no such thing as white privilege, period. Those are just made up words. And secondly, I want to ask, why didn't you already know that black people hate you and there's genocide on white people? Why that was not apparent?
Well, okay, so I'm 34. You know, the first time I was around black people, so I grew up in an all-white town up until the age of 10. Then we moved to Florida with my grandparents, came back because my mom wasn't getting the pills down in Florida, came back to Boston. Then I grew up in a town called Brockton, Massachusetts, prominently both black. And when I was at this elementary school, I was the only white girl in my class. And black kids would make fun of me for no reason. And I was just like, these are just what kids are like. But they'd be like making racially bullying comments, like, you're pasty, you got major cones on your feet, or whatever they'd say. And I'm like, what? Like, okay.
But as an adult, as a white adult.
But here's the thing, like, I just never thought that people could hate like a whole group of people.
Why not?
Like that.
Why do you think that?
Because,
Especially being
why
the
would
only
you...
white in a class and they hated you for your color, why didn't you think that they can hate a whole class of people just for the color thing? Why do you think that?
I don't know, maybe because my best friend Alyssa was black in high school, and like I just didn't. I was like, I'm not going to generalize a whole group, but that's the thing. When you're in a debate, when you look at life, when you worry about your safety on that light rail station, you do have to generalize people. You do have to look at their race and be like, are they going to hurt me? You do have to look at their gender and see if are they going to hurt me, just like you would looking at a Great Dane compared to a Chihuahua, right? You have to understand patterns.
Because of time, let me ask this. I understand maybe as a kid growing up and going to school with them and all that, but as an adult white woman, why don't you see that they see you as the enemy?
Well, because I'm probably too emotional, right? Because like women are more emotional. They don't want to believe that about themselves. They don't want to believe that could be a thing, right? And Jesse, you know, I don't know. I completely agree with you on your stance on women. Like I work in an auto body shop. I've cried 8 times since I worked here. Not one man has cried. Okay, so
when she cries, she's lying.
I completely and I hear you on that, but I never wanted to believe it, Jesse, and I still don't want to believe it now.
And why not?
Like I said,
why don't you want to see reality?
Because what if I'm prejudiced against a black guy one day because I thought he was going to hurt me? But
if you see reality comes from God.
Yeah, I'm already laughing at my own statement.
Yeah, you're not going to be prejudiced or hateful toward anyone once you can see what's going on.
Yeah. No, I'm not hateful. I see what's going on now is what I'm saying.
Right.
And you're one of the people opening my eyes. And I think it's because you're black. Like, I trust your opinion on it, right? Like, that seems more logical. He black.
But when white people are being knocked out, robbed, raped, and killed, and beat up down the streets and everywhere by the blacks, what do you think that is about? If I never said it, what would you think is going on?
Man, mental illness.
You would just say, oh, these black people beating us because they're mentally ill?
Mental illness combined with entitlement, combined with lack of God. I think it's a lot of different combinations and a lot of different types of people.
You would be thinking all those things rather than these people are evil, they hate me.
Yeah, I don't want to think anyone's just inherently evil. It's like almost like I'm not even giving them a chance. It's like I'm not even giving them a chance.
All human beings are evil. Why don't you want to see that reality?
Yeah, you're right.
No, that was a question.
Why don't I want to see that reality that all people are evil?
Yes.
Because I don't want to live my life in fear.
But why would you live in fear knowing that all people are evil? You're living in fear when you don't know that. But when you can see the
I know
evil
all
in
people have the
when you see
capability
the
of being
evil in
evil.
yourself, you see it in others, you won't have fear. Why don't you want to know that? I don't understand that.
I don't want to know that because it scares me.
Why?
Because living on hell on earth is scary.
But at least you know what you're dealing with if you
You're
can
right.
see what's going on. It's when you
you're
don't see, it's when you have the fear.
Yeah. Yeah. I was blind, but now I see, Jesse.
Well, you stay with it, Jennifer, and I wish you well. Call me again, all right?
Absolutely, man. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you. 888-7753-773. Super chat. Super.
Over on X. Biblical question idea. No, this is actually YouTube. Do you trust God? Says Mimi Q.
Who?
Mimi Q.
Mimi Q. Thank you. I like that. I appreciate it.
Nice suggestion. Spanky Spank bought a
It
coffee.
almost sounds like one we had, though.
Yeah, kind of. Not sure.
Sound familiar, but go ahead. Thank you.
Spanky Spank. When I saw Mimi, not to be confused with Mimi Q, for the first time, she kind of looks like that YouTuber Jesse interviewed named Gothix from the Fallen State. A little bit. They're both black and women.
They're black. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You might be more right than I don't know.
Right.
Eric 10 Coffee is very generous. The blacks, quote unquote, a specific kind, are terrorists. Violent toddlers throwing tantrums until they get their way. I don't care if the Black Panthers and the KKK set up a table. They aren't harassing anyone. They were having a calm, courteous conversation. Then some Jezebel incited a riot. And he shares a link.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Yep.
Very appreciated. On buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Soterios. Hey, Jesse, I know I'm going in circles. I have a question again and again.
You got me going in circles. Oh, round and round I go. That sound familiar?
Maybe.
You got me going in circles. Oh, round and round I go. That sound familiar? Anchor Baby?
Somewhere deep in my soul, maybe. But,
but you never heard that song?
No.
What a mess.
Not to be confused with Will It Go Round in Circles?
Fly high like a bird up in the sky. No, not the same thing.
So Soterios asks, if there is no I, how can I, quote unquote, work on myself? If there is no self, who is there to work on? I just don't get the point. Who should not react to thoughts? Who is supposed to be still? What's the point of trying if there is no me?
Are they referring to the biblical question?
Not necessarily, but maybe. I'm not sure. This is kind of just in general, you talk about these points, right?
Oh.
Can I take a stab to help his question, perhaps?
Yeah.
Watch that fakeness. Watch that selfishness in you. Yeah? Right.
I can't put my 2 cents in until Sunday.
But this is, okay, it's not necessarily a biblical question.
It sounds like it.
All right, close enough to be too dangerous to tread near.
Yeah. I got to wait until Sunday, so what the?
Suffer until then, Soterios.
That's right. Thank you, though.
Mami Africa. It's Tembi. Amazing how the truth can show you someone is lying before they even open their mouths.
Really can. It really can. Y'all have no idea what it's like to walk in the light. You want to be in the light, not in the darkness. Thank you. Let me take a break. Back in a quick moment. Thank you all. Back in a moment.
Like my cousin, sent me you, and I thank him for that. It was more of a, he thinks the whole like everything's a joke. That just adds a little spice to it. But in the heart of what you're saying, there is real things going on. And people want to overlook that. And I'm telling you, Mr. Peterson, I'm not one of those people. And I thank God that, he showed you to me. And sometimes we just need some Jesse in our lives, I guess.
I wish we had more brothers like you. We need more brothers like you. Just because we don't have most guys that can, lead black people into the right direction. And I thank you for that, because a lot of people will be like, man, it's still going on. It's racism. And I try to tell them, like, watch his show. Listen to this brother. He's telling the truth.
Take no thought about tomorrow. Yesterday doesn't exist. And you're going to see, man, God is with us and all is well. Don't forget to like the videos. Right, James?
That's right. Yes.
Like the video. Like them now. There's it. That's it.
Especially this one that you're watching right now.
That's right. Like the one you like right now. What else? For personal shout-outs, go to cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Birthday shout-outs, wedding shout-outs, anniversary, encouragement, well wishes, whatever the shout-out is, I would do them for you on cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. And don't forget fellowship on Sunday. All are invited. The meetings start at 11 a.m. Doors open at 10:30. And if you're not in town where you can come into the live meeting, you can watch it live at rebuildingtheman.com/church. rebuildingtheman.com/church. Hey, can we finish those super chats and then I get back to the callers here?
Thank you.
Super.
Thanks again, Tembi, for the detecting dishonesty in people.
Thank you. Amazing.
It reminds me, if you will allow me, about the detecting love versus hate in Trump.
Oh yeah.
People hear the word hate and that's all they can think of. But
That's
they can't
all
see.
they think. Right away they go to.
They can't
the
see
word
with
hate.
spiritual eyes.
Yeah.
Drew,
amazing.
3 coffees from Drew. Jesse, respectfully, you always ask. Do you love the Jews, whites, blacks, your enemies, blah, blah, blah?
Yeah.
In regards to whether a person has hatred, wouldn't President Trump's situation fall into that as well? Is it okay to be honest about his wrongs? Asks Drew.
What wrong? About him saying he hates his enemy?
I guess so.
He has righteous anger. And he didn't even say he had righteous anger. People who say they have righteous anger don't have righteous anger. They have Satan's anger. But Donald Trump, you just don't understand where he's coming from. But stay waking. I don't know if you're working on yourself, but wake up. You'll see. And thank you. I appreciate it. Nice question, though.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Drew. Pastor Chatelet on pill.net.
Hey, Pastor Chatelet.
111 gold pills. Black Friday, let's go coonin' with several watermelon emojis.
I love watermelon.
Blunt wit.
Thank you.
I remember the private dinner Gruesome had with his friends during COVID without masks and no social distancing.
Oh, yeah, the governor, so-called Governor Gavin Newsom, he was pointed out at some restaurant up in San Francisco area somewhere. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Blunt Wit. Nick LaBoy on Rumble. What, drinking all my Kool-Aid and sweet potato pie? Hell to the no. Whoa. They got to go. You tricked me in.
You gotta leave here, eat up all my leftover meal. What time?
Call the police. Hake said hell. Love you, Jesse and crew. God bless and happy Friday, y'all.
Can you imagine? Thank you. Love you back. Can you imagine going home at the end of the day thinking you got some leftover chicken and Kool-Aid and sweet potato pie in the refrigerator and you go for and somebody ate it up? A visitor sitting there looking stupid, full of your food. You know you got to get them out of there. What the? Thank you.
Thanks as always, Nick.
Yeah.
Jordan B. from SK. Rest in peace to this black pastor who died at a tender age of like 56 years old. I don't know if you heard about this.
No.
Voddie Baucham. It's kind of big news.
He
died.
He just died out of nowhere?
He had like heart failure back in 2021. He was but he was kind of fit. He was doing jiu-jitsu and stuff, but...
And he just died walking down the road?
Yeah, he wasn't one of those liberal black pastors.
And he was
like
just walking down the road and he died?
Yeah.
I mean, how come it's a big deal?
Just because... I mean, I Chad Jackson posted about it, all these people, and this guy...
And why did he...
super
So he had heart problem?
I guess so. They haven't really disclosed, because it just happened yesterday.
Oh, and he just walking...
It was a health issue, I guess.
And people knew him and they feel sad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He went
may his soul rest in peace. I had not heard anything about it, so I don't know.
Yeah. Thank you, Jordan. Renesio, bought a coffee. Jesse, do you think we're born with this God-given essence, quote unquote, or we shape our personality with experience and thrills? He asks.
What's the question again?
Are we born with this God-given essence, or do we shape our personality with experience and thrills?
Well, you were born with the love of God, the nature of God, but then that is destroyed by causing you to become angry or emotional, and then you grow up with the nature of evil, and your life is shaped into evil because that Satan, anyone that become angry, Satan become their God, and they grow up in the darkness and not in the light. Amazing. Thank you.
Eric, there is no I because no self to think about. You work on yourself by not thinking about yourself. Your awareness behind thinking, and you are the awareness behind thinking and not the thinking itself.
Are they responding to the biblical?
Not necessarily. I don't know.
Okay, thank you. Amazing.
Thank you for 5 coffees and your 5 more. He says to stop. Oh, this might be a biblical question. He says to stop thinking about yourself, you have to know you're not in control of anything. When you take credit for your life, the devil takes control. Let go and let God.
But the biblical question is...
Okay, never mind. It's not a biblical question. He didn't say it was,
Yeah.
and I was misreading it.
Amazing. Thank you.
Typical Hake, messing up Eric's coffees.
I know, Eric. Forgive him. He know not what he does.
Someone 5 coffees.
Is it he know not what he does or do?
He knows not what he does, I guess.
Ask Maria.
That's a good suggestion.
Maria, he knows not what he do or he knows not what he does?
She's Colombian and she has beautiful Spanish and beautiful English.
She does. She really does.
Someone bought 5 coffees asking, did Jesse get stoned at a party this morning / last night? He need another sweet potato pies, Mamma Mia. Good boy, these stoners never have a real job. Don't know where that's coming from.
Thank you, but no, I didn't, but thank you.
Flying Fruit asks, how can we continue to be around our family we want us to react? We've forgiven them, but they keep doing it to hurt us. Should we just avoid them? He asks.
Christ came not to unite the family, but to divide them. I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Bruce says, Department of Just Us, as opposed to Just Is.
Right on. Thank you. I got to stop there.
We'll read the rest later, guys.
Amazing. Thank you. Let me go to first-time call out of Canada, Sabrina out of Canada. Sabrina, you are on the air.
Oh, hi, Jesse. I've been listening to your stuff for like several months now, and it's been helping me so much. Especially the stuff that you've been talking about, like not taking on other people's feelings.
Yes.
I feel like that's been one of my biggest sources of suffering my whole life, and like even with my like journey with in Christianity these past like 6-7 years, it's still been a huge struggle. But it's like when I stumbled upon like your stuff on YouTube, it just like it really helped like to set me straight. But there's still like a few things that I'm kind of struggling with.
Okay.
Like with empathy and stuff, it's like I know sometimes you say like to kind of let them have their pain.
Yes.
But like I just can't help but feel guilty sometimes, because sometimes I think like, because I know everyone has their own journey, but sometimes I feel like what if they're just not like, you know how sometimes you can tell like they're not really capable, like maybe they don't have like the brain power or like the intellectual capability. It's like, how do you kind of just let them like just how do you like keep yourself from taking that on?
How do you take on someone else's pain? How is that possible?
Just like, you know, like in people in my family, like my mom, my sister, it's like if I see them miserable or struggling, I feel like I have no peace. I feel like it makes me feel like I have to, you know, fix it.
But you're not really taking on their pain. You're going into darkness of your imagination, and emotion comes, and those emotions tell you, or the thoughts tell you, that you are taking on their pain, but you're not. They're still in pain. And your ego just feeling a godlike ego, thinking that you're taking on their pain. You can't take on someone else's pain. It's an illusion.
I know, and it's like that's what I try to tell myself. Like, it's ego, it's pride. You're just helping yourself. But I don't know. I just struggle feeling like guilty because of like, okay, I'll just, you know, let them be. But then like, what about like people where you just let them be and then they just spiral and like get worse?
And what business of yours if they spiral and get worse? Why does that? That's what they want in their life. People live the life that they want. And so you shouldn't mind at all letting people live the way they want to live, but just don't judge them and you just live your life. You're not responsible for them in their lives at all. And if you even attempt or try to help them, they will destroy you, because the darkness in them will hate. Whereas really, I started to say light, but if you were of the light, you would not be trying to help them at all.
Yeah, and I feel like the things that I've been listening for the past few months, like from your YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense with like what I've been going through with years of, you know, like when you feel bad for people, it's like you start hating them because they make you so miserable.
That's right.
And it's just like
and you blame them for you being miserable. They didn't make you help them or feel for them. You decided to do that because you listened to the lies of the thoughts.
Yeah, and then but like I just feel like you know, the devil is just so crafty, because then I start thinking like, oh, like I'm here enjoying my peace and happiness, and like, what if they die or something?
They'll just be dead. You're like, they're dead. But let me ask, who is feeling those things? When you say you feel that way, who are you?
I guess like I'm the awareness, and it's like my mind, like my flesh, that's reacting.
What do you mean you are the awareness?
Like the soul, you know, like I'm I'm in my body kind of observing, but I'm taking on these emotions like they just I don't know, maybe it's my female brain and the way that the emotions are so intense, but it just feels so real, like it's hard to detach.
And are you your emotions?
No.
Are you your thoughts?
No.
And why are you trying to detach?
Because it's a false identity that I am what I think and feel.
But how are you trying to detach from that?
Just thinking about it.
But thinking about it would never cause you to just detach. That will cause you to stay with it.
So then, yeah, so I guess that's kind of like what I struggle with is like truly detaching.
You detach. And so your question for me is what?
Like, I guess when I'm just overwhelmed with like the guilt and the thoughts of like, worst case scenario of like, someone maybe like dying or something. How do I just stay like grounded, stay present, and like not be affected?
By simply being aware of what's going through you, what's going through your mind, the emotion you're feeling. Just be aware of those. Don't argue with them, don't fight with them, and don't call them you. Because, in all honesty, and I promise you this, you are not feeling anything at all. It's the fake you, the not you. The ego just feeling that way. It's not you at all. And the darkness is telling you that it's you, and you believe that all your life that is you, so you think it's you, but you're not feeling anything, period. You do feel the pain in your body, but you're not the pain, and you're not your body. But if you call it you, it's going to feel like it is you, and it's not. But if you can just be aware of it, simply go about your life, but being aware of what's happening inside of you, you will see that it's not you at all, and it will disappear. The real you, Sabrina, has never had pain. The real you don't even know pain. The real you don't know what pain is at all. The real you only have peace.
Yeah, I think that's the reminder that I needed, is that the pain is like, it's not me.
No, it's not. It's in your body, but it's not you. It's like it's in your house, but you're not the house. It's just in your house.
Yes.
And so you got to stop calling it you, because when you call it you, it's all ego calling it you. Oh, I feel this pain. I am so painful. It's another, and now you're taking on another false identity by calling it you. Now you got to try to get rid of this other identity. You want to overcome all identities because they're all fake, and they keep you away from God, from the truth, from life.
And I think I've always been dealing with it by overthinking, like intellectualizing, but it's like it's just awareness.
That's what the devil does. He makes you overthink, and he wants you to think because he doesn't want you to know that there's a life of no thinking. So he keeps you busy thinking.
A life of no thinking sounds like paradise.
It is paradise. You will have a life of no thinking, but a life of living. But as long as you're into thinking, you're just an intellectual crazy person into thinking. And you're thinking yourself right down into misery, into hell.
That's described my entire life.
Yeah. So you got to...
overthinking hours and hours every day.
Yeah, that's because you've been wishing the devil thinking that those thoughts were yours, and they're not.
Oh, okay.
They have
Yeah,
never been, and they never will be. You of yourself cannot think. Those
Okay, perfect.
spirits are living in your attic, and they're thinking through you, but you're calling it you. And those are demons. Those are spirits that's made a home in your mind. And all of your life, ever since your mother traumatized you, you've been living with them, calling them God, calling them you, calling them everything but what they are, evil spirits. Have you forgiven your mother?
I it was not easy, but I have.
You went to her?
No, I'm too scared to confront her, so I've done it privately.
So you have not forgiven then? God said,
I feel like
in order to be forgiven, you got to go and forgive. How would God forgive you if you don't face your mother?
yeah, I guess I have to overcome that fear eventually.
That was a question.
I guess he can't forgive me until I can forgive.
Right. And so, you said you have to wait until you overcome the fear to face your mother?
Yeah, she's not an easy person.
But you would never forgive her if you think you're going to have to overcome the fear first. You're going to have to be shaken in your boots and face her in fear in order for fear to disappear. Fear is not going to disappear until you face it. So you got to be, you got to forgive her while shaking in your boots, and you will never have to shake again.
Okay, I'll try.
What would happen if you went and forgave her, you think?
She would be shocked that there's something to forgive and start screaming and crying and die. I don't know.
That'll be up to her. She'll be faking it. It won't be real. She just wouldn't want to. She wouldn't be. If she did that, it's because she's not ready to overcome her misery. And if she does that, you look at her like you're looking at a crazy movie, and you forgive her, and you go live your life.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes just letting people spiral, but I guess that's just giving it to God, right?
You're playing God. Why don't you go face your mother so you know you're not God?
That's a good point.
No, that was a question.
I guess it's just, fear.
But doesn't it seem odd that you're a grown woman and you're afraid of your own mother?
Yeah, I guess I'm just afraid of upsetting people. I like to keep the peace, and
but you have no peace trying to keep the peace. People who try to keep the peace and not forgive are cowards, and then you still won't have peace trying to keep the peace. When you're not trying to keep the peace or create confusion, that's when you have peace. Can you hold for a minute?
Yes.
Hold on. 888-77-JESSE. Hate news, not the fake news. I'll be back in a moment. One more hour to go. I have books that are amazing. I highly recommend you get them. 7 Guaranteed Steps to Spiritual, Family, and Financial Success Guide. Even if you're not starting a business, but you have a job, or you're on welfare, it can help you if you do. Be doers of the word, all right? From rage to responsibility. From rage. That's what I write about in the first chapter, especially how I overcame. Scam. How the black leadership exploits black Americans. They are using them, and blacks are too willing to be used. And then my last book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. They are all amazing books, and they are helpful. Go to rebuildingtheman.com if you want an autographed copy, or call 800-411-2663.
Amazon has like a $2.5 billion FCC settlement, Federal Communications Federal Communications Commission, for supposedly tricking people into Prime. I don't know. And Bay's beautiful baby having a big, beautiful speech to the UN today. And he's going to talk about Gaza. And by the way, 911 is a joke in your town. There have been outages in Louisiana and Mississippi because of AT&T's fiber optic cables getting damaged, according to the report on Commie Nonsense Network. And by the way, the Skim is the far-left female-run outlet. The Skim is reporting that telehealth abortions have a new hurdle. The FDA, Food and Drug Administration. Nice, because the FDA was like facilitating behind the backs of states that were outlawing abortion by mail, abortion pills by mail. Memory tips from the Skim. Morning Brew has far-left fake news Webster adding to the cringe-worthy Zoomer lingo in their little dictionary that could be kind of helpful for us millennial Gen X boomers. They added words like Riz, doom scroll, dad bod, ridiculous. 5,000 new words. Anyway, and what else is going on? Oh, according to the AP and Fox News, Trump stated on video that he will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank of the Palestine thingamajigger. Nice. And by the way, Microsoft is all caught up in drama with regard to the Israel-Palestine mess, too. Their liberal employees protesting, getting fired. And the far-left foreign outlet, The Guardian, trying to claim that Israel and Microsoft or Israel's using Microsoft's cloud or something like that and spying on the Palestinians' phone calls. Like that's a bad thing. This is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Get It Off Your Chest Friday. It's Black Friday as well. September 26th, AD 2025. The lines are full, but you can call in every so often just in case a line opens up. We'll also get to more of your super chats, guys. It is hake news, not fake news. Or is it fake news? Commie Nonsense Network, CNN reports President Trump announced Thursday some imported pharmaceutical products will be subject to a 100% tariff starting October 1st unless a drug maker is building a manufacturing plant in the United States. Trump views tariffs as a means to pressure drug manufacturers into increasing production in the United States to strengthen our supply chain for essential medicines. Imagine if we were relying on like China and then they cut us off, killing our old folks or sickly. He has also pointed to tariffs as a way to fulfill his vow to lower the drug costs. Though experts, whom you should never necessarily listen to, right? Any more than Trump, say that is unlikely to happen. Thursday's pharmaceutical tariff announcement came the same day as Trump declaring a 50% tariff on Chinese kitchen cabinets and bathroom vanities. Not necessarily Chinese, but I call them Chinese because Chinese send a lot of prefab stuff over here. And Chinese here bring them here. So it's not American companies or Americans paying the thing. It's Chinese people over here on both ends. I happen to know. And a 30% tariff on upholstered furniture, probably also Chinese stuff with formaldehyde. And a 25% tariff on heavy trucks built outside of the United States. Amazon's agreed to pay a historic $2.5 billion with a B settlement with the FTC Federal Trade Commission. I think I said FCC, Communication Commission. No, this is Trade Commission. My bad. After Amazon was accused of tricking customers into buying subscriptions for their Prime membership, Amazon Prime. The settlement comes days into the trial between the e-commerce giant and federal regulators. Mount up. Under the agreement, Amazon will pay a $1 billion civil penalty and provide $1.5 billion in refunds to an estimated 35 million customers who were harmed by the deceptive Prime enrollment practices, the agency stated in a press release. Lawsuit filed under 2023 under Biden. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP. Hour 3.
Got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. It's the third hour of the show already. It's Open Line Friday. It's Get It Off Your Chest Friday, right? You can get involved by calling 888-77-53-773, 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question, a doozy. What would happen if you never thought of yourself again? What would happen if you never thought of yourself again? What will happen? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. And if you're running around, working out, or whatever you're doing, you can podcast the show, but you can listen online on your phone by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Friday. Get it off your chest. Express yourself /Black Friday. That was then when I was growing up. That's Ulim Flow and I love the black. And
you do make disparaging remarks towards black people.
He black.
I want to make sure we agree on that first.
No, we disagree.
Hold on.
I want to ask. Well, and the things that you do, I just like I say, I want to hate you, but something won't let me.
Hey,
what?
What's wrong with the blacks? What's wrong with the blacks? Let me go back to Sabrina, first time caller out of Canada. Sabrina.
Hello.
So, Sabrina, because of time, let me ask, does it seem odd to you as an adult that you're afraid to face your mother and just say, Mother, I'm sorry for resenting you, being angry at you. I've been resenting you for a long time now, and I become like you. I'm sorry for it. I understand now you can help yourself. Does it seem odd that you're afraid to go to her and forgive her?
Yes.
and
I feel like I shouldn't be so afraid of people as an adult.
Right. And so if you don't go and forgive, how will you overcome fear?
I guess I won't really. I'm just like hiding from it.
So do you want to overcome it?
In theory, yes.
In theory, yes.
Yeah, no. In real life, I do want to overcome it.
So you're gonna have to face her.
Yes.
And don't worry about her. If however she reacts to you forgiving her, Forgiveness is realizing that you're wrong for being angry. Anyone that is angry, they are playing God. They're judging. They think they know right from wrong, so they're judging based on what they think right and wrong is. And right and wrong is never what you think that it is, right? And so you're playing God. And as long as you're playing God, He cannot forgive you because you're your own God.
And I feel like the more that I care about other people, the more that I've become angry and judgmental because of the pain that it causes me.
Yeah, because you don't care about people. You hate people. And that's why you feel the pain or hate. It more come upon you because you don't care about anyone. You hate everyone, including yourself. You have no love.
Yeah, I've definitely been learning that, coming to that realization that my life has just been like pain and hate, but I always thought like I'm a good person because I care.
No, there's no good in human nature, period. No human being has good in them until they overcome evil, and good will make a home in them, but they don't have it. And how old are you now?
I'll be 38 in a month.
And how old are you now?
37.
How come when I ask people how old are you, they always tell me how old they're gonna be? What the? Ask you where you're going, you tell me where you've been. And so if you want to be free of all that hell that you're living, every human being has that. Every human being. But you can overcome, but you got to forgive so the spirit of truth can change your nature, your heart, and your nature. And it's not going to do it until you do what it tells you to do. The truth is not like human nature. Human nature would change its mind. All right, that's fine. But the spirit of truth is not going to change its mind. You're going to have to do what it says to do if you want to reward. It cannot reward you unless you do exactly what it tells you to do. And it tells you, you got to admit you're evil and you must go and forgive.
Yes. Yep. That's what I got to do.
Are you going to do it?
I am going to do it. Maybe not today, but I'm going to do it.
Why put off today for tomorrow when you only have today?
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, that was a good question.
It's just cowardice, I guess.
And right, but see that you're a coward. See that you're afraid. I remember when I went to forgive my mother, I was 38. And the closer I got to the house, the fear would just grip me. I could hardly breathe. I'm thinking, what? Why am I so afraid of my mother? I'm a grown man. And then when I got there to my aunt's house, my mother was there visiting, and I had to walk up 2 steps. I could barely walk those steps. But I did it anyway, and shaking in my boots, I said, hey, I need to talk to you. So I took her in the room and we talked. And I said, I've been resenting you. I didn't know I resented you. I thought I loved you. But I've been resenting you and I'm wrong. I'm sorry. And everything changed from that day forward. Matter of fact, it started to change when I realized, when God caused me to realize I had this anger toward her. But when I went and forgave her, the anger changed and took away the anger. Then over the years, it just taken away all that false nature and everything. And I didn't do it myself, the spirit of truth, because I asked the truth, what's wrong with me? Why do I have fear? I go to church, but yet I worry, I have fear, I'm overreacting. And it allowed me to see, because the preachers were so dumb, they didn't know what to tell me. And it allowed me to see that I resented my mother, and I didn't know I did.
It's like, yeah, when I have that awareness, that you're talking about. Like I feel amazing. Like I feel this like weight is lifted off, and I feel this like joy inside.
Yes.
But then it's like it gets sabotaged with like I start feeling like I feel bad that I feel good. Like I'm like, no, I should like I'm dropping the ball or something.
You listen to evil. That's not you feeling those things.
And that's what I have to. That's what I got to remind myself. Like that's it's like it's evil trying to confuse me.
Yes.
Saying make me feel guilty for having peace and joy.
And just know it's not me. So don't call it you. And there's no such thing as you feeling guilty. The guilt that you feel inside of your body is evil. Those are the same spirit that try to make you feel guilty. They're trying to stay inside. Evil lives in the minds and emotions of human beings. They have made a home in you, and they don't want to leave you. And so they make you think you're feeling guilty. The real you don't feel guilty. You have not done anything wrong to feel guilty about. And it's impossible for you to do wrong, so you can't feel guilty. It's all fate. It's all ego. And that's the life that you have to die from in order to have life. You got to give up this illusionary life. It's fake. It's not even real.
Yeah.
It's just an illusion that's coming from thoughts. Even fear is not real. Fear is an illusion. That's why when you do it, you realize, wow, what was I afraid of? Because the fear thing disappeared, and you realize it was never there. It was just an illusion.
Yeah, it's like evil uses your weaknesses against you because the guilt is like making me feel like I'll be a good person if I give into it. So it's like evil disguised as good.
Right, but it's not. There's no good in anger. Anger is evil. Resentment is evil. It's all the same. So
and guilt and shame is all evil.
Absolutely. The real you, anyone that is ashamed or shy or afraid or emotional or evil, they're telling you out loud they're evil. They don't know that's what they're saying. When they say, oh, no, I can't come up on the stage, I'm shy. What they're saying, oh, no, I can't come up on the stage, I'm evil.
I'll keep that in mind.
So you got to go face your mother, and I recommend you do the silent prayer so you can practice being present. Don't forget to be present. That's where truth is. It's not in time. The truth is in the now, right now. It's not in the past or the future. The past or the future is time, and only evil live in time.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I'll keep that awareness.
But you got to do it, Sabrina, if you want to be free. Ain't no way around it.
Yep. No way around it.
You got to go through hell in order to get to heaven.
Yeah, 100%. I feel that.
So go through your hell. What's up?
I will. I think I just needed some encouragement.
Let me know how it goes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jesse.
So when you hang up, FaceTime your mama.
Okay.
Do you live with her?
Okay. No, thank God. I moved. I was out of there at 19.
Oh, nice. And when you asked your father to help you deal with your mother, would he help you deal with her while growing up?
No, he just drank to deal with her.
Oh, yeah. See there? Mama is hell to pay. A mama love will kill you until the day you die.
Well, I lost one of my sisters, actually. She took her life.
See there?
Yeah. And so, you know, it's scary.
What is?
These kind of people.
Oh, yeah. But you won't be afraid anymore because in perfect love there is no fear.
exactly, and that's what I'm learning, and that's where that's where I want to go.
Well, then go and forgive your mother. God will forgive you. And then because human being can't forgive. A human being, we admit we are wrong for judging. And then God forgive us. Human beings cannot forgive.
Yeah.
I remember when that woman was speaking at Charlie's funeral or something like that. And she said, I forgive him. I'm like, oh, what a drama queen. You can't forgive.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And then the people who were asleep, like, oh, that was so powerful. Oh, she forgave. Vote for her. She forgave. She didn't forgive. You can't forgive. You admit you're wrong for hating.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Did you fall for it when she said, I forgive him? Did you fall for that?
I mean, I really admired Charlie Kirk, so I just figured, like, you know, she's probably just like so distraught, so maybe that's why it kind of maybe is coming off like awkward.
So she was so distraught she forgave?
I know some people were saying it looked kind of like acting, but I'm like, maybe that's just like
she was better than Elizabeth Taylor in that act. That's for sure.
Yeah.
She was better than Whoopi Goldberg, you or Oprah Winfrey.
Oh my God!
You so hot to beat me all my life. I've been beat by men.
Oh my God. I don't know what movie that one's from.
The Color Purple.
Oh, you know what? I can't believe I never saw that one. That's a classic.
Yeah, it is. It's a good movie. And it really shows how much black women hate black men. That's for sure.
I'll add it to the list.
But I gotta run. I can't play anymore.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jesse. I'm gonna forgive.
If you want to be free, there's no way around it. You gotta admit you're wrong for hating. Mother, I'm wrong for judging you. I realize now you can help yourself. I'll become like you. And whatever her response, let her act out. Don't you give her in because of her acting. It just thrills that she put off if she does it. But whatever, you walk away and live your life.
Perfect. I will do that. Thank you.
Let me know how it goes.
I will. Thank you so much, Jesse.
You're welcome. Amazing. Bye now. Amazing. I want to show you how pitiful white people are. Now, this is pitiful. And not all, but most. This is pitiful. Pathetic. Hard to believe, but I do understand it. This is from Google AI. Google AI. A white woman was filmed crying at the Roots 101 Museum in Louisville, Kentucky, after participating in an inactive exhibit. What is that? Exhibit that included being shackled to simulate the experience of slavery. Can you get any crazier than this? Watch this from X.
Welcome to America. Tell me what you're thinking.
Just so much.
Kleenexes, please.
I've always been interested in history and the history of black people. I took Afrocentric classes at URIEL. My grandma lived at 2821 West Kentucky Street.
Tell your address.
I've read so many books, and now I belong to a church that's primarily African American. and I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Beautiful. Thank you.
No wonder black people beating up their white folks. What the? That's an example of insanity. The preacher playing that role with her, and she playing it. Poor lady. Don't blame her. She born with a silver spoon in her mouth. What the? That is, talk about darkness. That's sad. And she's not feeling the black people pain. She's feeling her own ego pain. And the preacher getting a thrill from that. What a mess! Hell on earth. I guess he a preacher. He may not be a preacher. I don't know. He just black, so I thought he was a preacher. He may not be. He may be running the machine. I don't know who he is, but he playing her, that's for sure. And that guy was not a slave, I can tell you that part. He ain't been no slave. What's up? Except in his own mind. Fox reported that a man was arrested for posting threats on social media just hours before a vigil for Charlie at the University of Texas in San Antonio. Watch this from KENS 5.
Audrey Berry, police say they first learned about those comments on Facebook on September 15th. This was just hours before that planned vigil for conservative activist Charlie Kirk that was set to take place that night at UTSA's main campus. Well, the vigil went on as planned, but that suspect landed behind bars. I'll take a look. The post appeared on the San Antonio Young Republicans Facebook page, the group who organized the vigil. According to that arrest warrant, 19-year-old Zaylin Dunbar responded to the threat with a chilling message saying, quote, "It's going to make sure this won't be a good or comforting vigil. Y'all watch and see." Police say the threats didn't stop there. Dunbar also alluded to using a Ford F-250 as a weapon. He goes on to say, according to that warrant, "I wouldn't advise trying to stop a Ford F-250 diesel truck," showing y'all how much Charlie really means. Later that same day, police say they showed up at Dunbar's house. Officers say he admitted to writing the comments, telling them he thought it was just a joke. But detectives say he also acknowledged the post could be perceived as threats. When detectives asked him if it was worth it, Dunbar allegedly told detectives, "I did what I did and can take the consequences." Well, that landed Dunbar in jail. He was arrested and is still behind bars this morning, held on a $40,000 bond.
Amazing, huh? All for the thrill of it. Do you see now that human nature is controlled by evil? They're controlled. The bats are in the bear free and they are evil. They're in your mind. You're not in control of anything. I'm not in control. Nobody's in control. You're You're blind if you think you are. You cannot control your own life. No such thing. You're controlled by evil until you overcome it. Then you're controlled by good and not you. The sooner you realize that, the quicker you shall be free. And this guy, if the story is true, influenced by evil, those were not his thoughts having him doing to carry out those things that they accused him of. One last quick thing, and then I get back to your calls and super chat. I want to show you the beauty of living in L.A. or California, but L.A. How this is what make Caribas so happy. And Gavin Newsom, they love this. And that's why they're not doing anything about it. They're not bringing back the police, but they're helping the homeless. They're not rebuilding those areas that were burned down, but they're helping the homeless. They're building houses for the homeless. This is what it looked like in L.A. now. ABC 7. A mob of nearly 25 masked crooks, some with weapons, stormed into a California jewelry store and ramshacked the place, making off with $1 million in merchandise. from ABC 7.
So when they went in, they basically took over the store.
It was a Monday afternoon when San Ramon police say nearly 25 suspects, at least 3 armed with guns, stormed Heller Jewelers at City Center Bishop Ranch.
The crowbars and the pickaxes, and basically taking whatever jewelry was available.
Cell phone video shows the suspects locked inside of the store, at least one firing a shot to break the glass door open. Police tell ABC 7 News this was a security measure put in place after the store was robbed 2 years ago. Now, a security guard must press a button to let people out.
What ended up happening was once the suspects went in, the door locked behind them.
Police credit a 2023 grant for organized retail theft with helping them respond quickly. A newly acquired drone captured the suspects trying to flee. 6 getaway cars were waiting about 100 feet away in the valet area. Officers pursued the suspects until the chase posed a danger to the public. But with help from nearby law enforcement and detailed footage of the suspects' actions, San Ramon police were able to quickly arrest 7 of the nearly 24 involved. All 7 are from Oakland, ranging in age from 17 to 31, and are believed to be connected to similar crimes across the Bay Area.
Amazing, huh? In Oakland. And you know, with all that going on, and it happens daily now, there's no outcry to bring the police back. There's no outcry to bring back Bell's Barn. There's none of that. They tell you, oh, you need to buy some more electronic gear stuff, more cameras and things like that. They do not, there's no outcry from the public or for the so-called leader to bring back the police. Think about that. They don't want to help you. And then you ain't got sense enough to say, hey, we got to bring the police back. These people doing this in broad daylight, they don't care about the cameras and all that. And they don't want you to have Second Amendment. It's a gun. You don't have a right to protect your merchandise. You don't have a right to protect yourself. And there's no outcry to bring back the police. Jermaine is out of Canada. Jermaine, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how are you? How are you this morning?
All is well, Jermaine.
Nice. This biblical question, amazing. That's what I'm calling about.
What would happen if you never thought about yourself again?
I don't know what will happen, but I'm knowing what I'm seeing right now, and it's just thoughts that are all about myself, and by realizing that, it's making me more present. It makes me see the truth even more. For an example, dreams. So I've been having a couple of dreams lately, which is really thoughts. Because you go unconscious when you're sleeping, you're not realizing that it's thoughts that you're dreaming about. And by seeing that, it wakes me up out of my thoughts, and I come back present. So that's interesting to see.
Amazing. I appreciate that, Jermaine. I want to respond, but I got to wait until Sunday. But thank you for putting your 2 cents in on the biblical question.
Nice. I got one more thing for you, Jesse.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the Tylenol thing?
Yeah, where Trump told the ladies, don't take Tylenol if you're pregnant. Don't take it because it may cause some type of disease. I forgot what that was. But yeah, I am.
Yeah.
And then they have some women on TikTok, you don't tell me what to do. I'm pregnant, I'm going to take it. I wonder what's going to happen when they have that baby come out crazy.
Yeah, the funny thing about that is, that they hate the authority of man so much that they're willing to kill the baby for it. And there's this lady that she overdosed on it, and now her liver has failed, and she's on ICU in the hospital, and she's gonna die, and the baby may not live.
I rest my case. What? No.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jermaine. I got to take a break. The Treasure Chest open on DLive and Stretch Off on Pure.net. Back in a moment. Steve, thank you for calling and thanks for holding. How have you been helped by the show?
I'm going to tell you this. I believe you might go down in history as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, black man that ever lived on planet Earth, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know anybody before you that's been that great. You know, freeing the slaves is one thing, but you've been freeing people of their mind, which matters, it should be anyhow, to you more than anything else, because with the mind not being right, there ain't nothing else going to happen right anyway.
If you can doubt every thought because you're not your thoughts, if you can doubt every thought, knowing that you're not your thoughts, you don't create them, they're not from God, that they're from the deceiver, the great deceiver, Satan. If you can doubt every thought, you can be free, just like that. At an instant. Bring every thought into captivity. It's so amazing. Thank you, Jermaine. I had not heard about this woman and that happened to her. So interesting story. I believe Hate told me he heard about that. The woman took the pill, the liver messed up, or whatever happened. What a mess! The Hake report is coming up at the top of this hour. The Hake, Hake report.com from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. And then right after that, brand new episode of the fallenState.tv. Interesting discussion with Kyla Turner. She is a political commentator, social media influencer, and the host of the Not So Erudite. Watch this.
Next time on The Fallen State.
Women are so emotional and illogical, they can't make the right choice.
If women can't choose, then they can't sin.
Satan is the woman's God, and evil comes through the woman.
Don't think that that's a Christian belief, no.
And why not?
I would say that that's heretical. I don't think anyone theologically agrees with you.
See, this is why women shouldn't be voted. They're too emotional.
What's emotional about this?
You're not making logical decisions.
Well, I think I'm being more logical than you right now, right?
What the? Amazing discussion. I think you're going to like it. It was interesting. And you can support the Fallen State, and I encourage you to do it by becoming a member there or donate to the Fallen State right there on the YouTube channel or JessLeePeterson.locals.com. And then right after the fallenState.tv, the one, the only American Anchor Baby. Right after the fallenState.tv, on fire, get ready, energy everywhere. He never gets tired. The American Anchor Baby, flying high. I don't know if he haven't decided if he's going to fly today or not, but whatever, you won't be disappointed. The American Anchor Baby, right after the Fallen State, around 12 or so Pacific time. All right, and then church on Sunday. Church on Sunday at doors open at 10:30. The meeting's at 11 a.m. It starts at 11. All are invited. 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. RebuildingTheMan.com/church. I want to show you quickly before I go back to the calls what love can do. This is the action of human love. It's just one example. Human love is evil. You don't want human love because it's evil. There is no love in human beings, period. The New York Post is reporting horrified footage. Horrific footage shows a crazed gunman chasing his ex-wife through a hospital, then shooting her dead with a shotgun. Shotgun. Shoot him for he run now. Do the jerk, baby. Shooting her with a shotgun the same day she slapped him with a restraining order. Watch this from the New York Post. You're not going to hear a sound.
So
Nick
for our
gonna narrate.
viewers here, graphic content, a man in black walks in and it reads here, man chases and kills ex-wife. He walks into a room, it looks like a patient room, and he has something in his hands. The video cuts, and now he's in an altercation with these two women. They seem very afraid, not sure if to run or what. They've chosen to run, and the man is running after them. Looks like he took something out of that bag he was holding. There's more commotion and more running. As the video, there's nobody there. Now the video switches to a different angle. The ladies are running from that man. The man has taken a shotgun out of that bag, and it looks like the video cut. It looks like bystanders have now arrived to look upon the woman that this man shot. There's now plenty of commotion and attention to bring. They're trying to bring attention to this lady who's clearly been injured and shot. This man runs away and actually drops the shotgun. You can see it in the frame. More commotion as all the hospital goers are running away from New York Post.
I'm in love again. This time I mean it. I'm in love again. You believe you're in love now? Emotional love is not love. That's hate. And you call it love. And this man allegedly shot this woman, his wife, because she slapped, according to a report, his ex-wife, because she slapped a restraining order on him. Well, right after she slapped the order on him, he shot her. And you call that love. Why you shoot her? Oh, I loved her. Emotional love is hate. That's why the morning after, the night of, you fight. Because you don't love one another. You hate one another. Stop calling hate love. Call it what it is, and then love will come. Real love. God love is a dispassionate love. Satan love is a passionate love. So next time someone says, oh, I have passion. I'm so passionate. You better run. Do what you want. But I suggest you run. Let me go quickly to Mark out of Florida. Mark, you're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
All is well, Mark.
Good. I did counseling with you about a week and a half ago.
Nice. We have the best counseling service on this side of heaven. Go to rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-BOND. Family or or individual counseling. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was great. And then, afterwards, I started slipping, and then getting in this real bad place in my mind. And then I kind of pulled myself back.
Right on.
And yeah, I kind of pulled myself back. And then, I guess it's a constant battle with the thoughts and like identifying who I'm not. I guess I'm just calling to like clarify, because I've been sitting here listening to the callers, and it seems like it's kind of gone over, everything. But I just wanted to talk with you to clarify what the battle is, because it's so deceptive.
It is. That's right.
Yeah, when I started listening to you and your content and went through, forgiving my mom and my dad, it was messy, and I didn't really, at first I didn't say it the right way, and on, and finally realized, with talking with you, I'd forgiven her and my dad.
Nice.
And then and understanding why, I had to do that. Understanding why I had to actually address them about it. But just understanding everything.
Well, forgiveness definitely breaks the chains of slavery, being controlled by your mind. And so, did you have a question for me?
I'm kind of forgot what it was. oh, okay, yeah, I know it. Yeah, so I've got different situations. So there's times where I feel like, oh, I'm free, like I'm walking around, and women they're not affecting me. I realized that there a couple of days ago or something, a week ago, they're not, I'm not really as intense and attracted to them as much, or I'm not as really having like lustful thoughts.
Right.
And I thought, man, this is not me. This is like a new me. And then just different things, has, validated within myself that, this is something different, And I guess that's just, part of the phone call was just to kind of share that. And then when somebody's getting on my nerves, that's so funny. Different situation. Yeah, I noticed the other day on and off, I noticed like I'm getting irritable. And then I'm so afraid of getting angry. And so I guess I'll keep this brief. Describe again, like, what is judging somebody? Like, typically I'm not angry. I'm just typically not.
Judgment, because of time here, judgment is when you have any opinion about anyone.
Okay. So I have an opinion about them being a liberal or conservative. Absolutely. Or it's a woman, she's a liberal woman or she's, quote unquote, I'm holding two fingers up,
and especially if you feel something about it. You can see a situation, something going on with someone, but to love them is not to feel anything about what you see, because you would know it's not them. But the moment you form an opinion about it, you feel something about it, whether it's hate or love or whatever, then you're judging. But when you can see it without feeling anything about it, you're fine.
Okay, that was the deeper question that I was going to get at. What was love? So you just explained that. So with this battle with my thoughts, I can kind of look at from the emotions and then try to trace the thought.
No, you just need to be aware of. You can't have the thought unless you have the thought. So just be aware of that. That's all you need to do. Gently be aware of what you're thinking and feeling on the inside without any opinion, and just watch it and go on with your life. And the light, which is allowing you to see it, will destroy it. Will take the demons out. Will force them to leave.
Okay. That makes more sense now.
Right.
And that's a part of your staying present. I am just watching that going on.
Absolutely.
And I don't have an opinion. Okay.
Yeah. I got a remark. I can't play, man. What the?
The show's been awesome today.
Thank you. And you stay with it. Stay with it. All right.
Okay. All right. Sounds great.
All right, buddy.
Awesome. All right. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Let me go to Canada, Montreal, Canada, and talk to a first-time caller, Robert. Robert, you are on the air.
Oh, Mr. Peterson, what an honor to speak to you this morning. How are you, sir?
All is well. Amazing.
Amazing. I'm a first-time caller. I love everything you do. And I just want to call and give you props this morning and say, keep doing what you're doing, and we love you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Right on.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, you have a great day, Jesse, and you, everyone else, and you take care, and God bless you all.
You too, buddy. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Amazing. Thank you, Robert. Is it from Maryland? This is Mimi out of Maryland. Hold on here. Mimi, you're on the air.
Hi, Jesse. How you doing?
All this well. How you? So there's a Mimi in Maryland and a Mimi in L.A.? What's the?
Oh, it's a nickname.
Right.
Oh, gosh. So I haven't tuned in a long time. I don't think I would have thought to call today if they hadn't announced that Voddie Baucham died yesterday, because I thought of you first. But it doesn't sound like you remember him.
No, I hate would just tell me about it too. And he showed me a picture. Looked like
Yeah.
I may have seen him when they were premiering. When we went to the premiere of Uncle Tom.
Uncle Tom, maybe.
He
Yeah.
looked more familiar now, but I don't remember him, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I discovered him. I want to say it was through you, because you've interviewed him at least twice.
I
You
did.
interviewed him. Yeah, like you know how you have those
You remember that? Hey?
throwback shows from like the 80s or 90s, I think. The 90s maybe. I saw Voddie when he was a lot slimmer. And then you also interviewed him maybe a couple years back. Yeah.
Pastor Brody. Voddie.
Voddie.
Oh, Voddie.
Voddie Baucham.
V-O. I thought it was Voddie. I was reading. It's calling it Voddie. Voddie.
It's starting to come clear, but right now I almost want to remember, but I can't. But may his soul rest in peace, though.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. Well, thanks, Jesse. I was just calling to see if I could jog your memory a little bit. But
I'm surprised that he was on the show and hate to remember. Because hate remember 1,000 years ago. Hate remember when Jesus walked the earth.
I'm sure he does.
Thank you, baby. But may his soul rest in peace, all right?
Yeah, amen. Thanks, Jesse. Thanks for everything you guys do. Take
Right
care.
on. Okay, thank you. Let me go to Washington State and talk to Yuri. Hold on here. Yuri, you are on the air. Uriel.
Hello, Jesse.
Hey, Uriel.
It's a great honor to speak with you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I had a question, and well, it was regarding moving out. I've heard you say before that if you move out, move across the country.
Are you living with your mother?
Right now, yes, I am.
How old are you?
Today, I'm 33, sir.
You're 33 and living with your mama?
Yeah, that's right.
What's
That's
wrong
where I
with
slept
you?
last night.
What's wrong with you?
Credit score? I don't know. Yeah.
Credit score?
Today, yeah, fortunately, I am.
Are you on a speaker or something?
Starting-
You sound like you on a Bluetooth or speaker.
No, I'm not on it.
Okay, yeah, well, speak
Right.
up right
Yeah.
into the phone. Why are you living with your mama at 33, man?
Well, it's my mama's house, and she had offered me to stay here because they live in Mexico half of the year. And so I was like, all right. And then, so today I am paying my deposit to move out, but I was getting like cold feet, and I was like, I'm gonna call Jesse and just like ask him something, because I heard you say, you know, if you're gonna move as far as you can. But
Yes.
right now, because of my like credit score and all that, the place that I found immediately was just in the town, just like in the next town over, basically. And so that's where I'm signing my lease for today. But I was like, man, I have people in California who I know would open the door for me also. So I was like, what do you think? Is it just do what's in front of me or move as far as I can?
Here's what I
wanted to
recommend.
pick
Do what
your
you want, but I recommend. So you live at the house by yourself because they live somewhere else, right?
Right. Yeah, half of the year.
So
half
then
of the
why
year
don't you
we're
just
like,
stay there, save your money, get your credit score right so you can do it in the right way. If your mother's not there pushing you around and telling you what to do, why not be grateful and just stay there until the right time happens or comes so you can do it in the right way?
Right.
No, that was a question.
Yeah,
Why not do it that way?
Oh, okay. I would say just because of, like, when people ask me where I stay, it's embarrassing when I say.
No, don't be embarrassed about it. You have a job?
Yeah, I do.
Don't
Yeah,
be
I work
embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. Be grateful that you have a place to stay right now. You're working, save some money, and then eventually you'll be able to move in the right way, and that way you would never have to look back.
I think so too. Yeah, and I like how you say, what you consider morals aren't really always necessarily that title. of morals.
Anything that human
like-
being considered to be moral is not moral.
Yeah, there's always a circumstance
Yes,
for everyone.
absolutely.
Yeah, so man, yeah, that's what I was wondering. It's like, man, am I just wanting it for the ego to say, well, I live on my own, when I could be saying, you know, I'm like, I've inherited something, and I'm just.
You don't even have to
You
say
know,
that.
building
You
off of
just
that.
you
Yeah.
don't have to tell folks any of your business if you don't want to.
Yeah.
And just quietly
Right.
live
Yeah,
your
keep things
life.
private.
Live your life, and if you're ready to move, especially since you live by yourself like that, just take. I gotta run, but take your time and move when it's time to move. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesse. I
wish
love what you do.
Thank you. I wish you well, man.
Thank you for everything you do, man. You've cleared things up a lot in general, and especially today.
All right, stay present. Don't be lost in your head. Just stay. Don't be in the past or the future. Stay present, and it'll work out for you. It'll guide you. All right.
True. Amen.
All right, buddy.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Jesse.
You're
Have a great
welcome.
day.
You too. Super chat. Super.
Super chats. Oh, Lord. Thank you, Cactus Eater Bear with a diamond on D Live. JLP emotes don't work on iPhone, iPad. JLP what?
What?
Sorry, Cactus Eater Bear, for your experience on Apple products. It's
What?
not our fault.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Thank you.
And Kayla says, good morning. Is there such a thing as an opinion, such as my opinion?
No, you don't want your own opinion. Everybody and their mama got an opinion. If you're white, everybody their mama, and they're worth nothing. Drop all opinions. They're straight out of hell. What the? Thank you.
Punchy bought a coffee. Been watching your show since Express Yourself Friday when the show intro was Tom Petty's Won't Back Down.
Well, I won't back down. I won't be turned around. And I keep from keeping me down, and I won't back down. Yeah, baby.
There ain't no easy way out.
And I won't back down. I'm gonna stand my ground. Tom Petty died or something, right?
Oh, yeah, some years back.
Yeah.
At the tender age of his 70s, I think.
Wow. Amazing.
Have enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you, Punchy.
Thank you.
FYI, this Punchy is Punchie.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Not Y, I.
That's right, because it's Southern.
That's right.
Anthony says, Black Friday, we love the blacks.
What's wrong with the blacks? We do love the blacks.
Kevin Snell on Cash App. Very generous. That's Bond JLP on
Thank
Cash
you.
App.
Amazing. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
Eric,
Don't forget to like this video. Right.
That's right.
Okay. Go ahead.
Eric, 5 coffees. Anytime you think about yourself, you've forgotten who you are.
Amazing. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. Thank you.
Rocky Rock. Jesse, let me ask.
Ask.
True or false? Is it good? Or is what's good for the goose good for the gander?
That's what they say. Amazing. Thank you.
Charles, hey, Jesse, give Jasmine Crockett the finger. She a Cherokee.
Give her the finger. She's a Cherokee.
No, a feather.
Give her, a feather. What the? Amazing. Thank you.
Serendipitous artist. Jesse, have you ever heard of Ren? Hi, Ren. It's a song.
Hi, Ren?
R-E-N.
No.
And then hi, like hi.
Have you?
Hi. I haven't looked it up, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I neglected to look it up. My bag.
Yeah, I can't remember off cuff.
Off the cuff, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
John, no message. Thank you, sir. Gregatron, you Tom like a mug.
You Tom like a mug.
Shout out to the Fallen State joiners, YouTube joiners.
Right
Far
on.
and Dutton Mindset.
Thank you.
Karen, Jesse, if you see your mammy right now, you will shake in your boots, though. Winky face, light-skinned female farmer emoji.
Amazing. Thank you.
Aries 1 with a few super chats. The power's in the man.
That's right. Amazing.
Also, Aries, that's on YouTube. Aries 1 on pill.net. He's everywhere, man.
Right on.
222 gold pills.
Thank you.
Mio is a cute dog. Jesse, what is your favorite Otis Redding song? He died. He dead.
Oh.
Long time ago. But yeah,
It
Otis
is.
Redding.
Right now, because of time, I can't think of anything. I feel the pressure that we're about to shut down here.
We'll just go with sitting by the dock of the bay.
Okay.
Jedson.
Sitting by the dock of the bay.
Good morning, Jesse. My life is a mess. Following 2 marriages that ended in divorce, I do the silent prayer morning and night. My question, how do I forgive my mother and father considering they've already passed away? Love you.
By realizing they can help themselves. Just like you can't help yourself, something else is driving you, and it won't let you do what's right to do and prevent you. They had the same problem. Forgive them. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Jadson. Mio is a cute dog. It all makes perfect sense that mental illness runs in my family. I'd run too if I had a family like mine.
Every human being with anger and or resentment, which are both the same, is mentally ill. Everyone is mentally ill. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. And shout out to Cactus Eater Bear, Games for Wreck, Cradle to the Grave. No, Cradle to the, it's not a cult. Whatever. Thank you guys, as always, for the support.
Thank you very much.
And let me just double check on Sabrina, 3 copies. Thank you for the help. Smiling.
Thank you, Sabrina. Thanks for supporting us to help others. I appreciate it.
5 copies from Nikki. I think I just ran into a witch at work, laughing with sweat, nervous sweat. She kept saying how much she hates me, like she was trying to curse me with her words, and she doesn't even know my name. This is really hell on earth.
Whoa, witch! Thank you.
And thank you, guys. I do believe that may be all for now.
Thank you all very much. I do appreciate it. Thank you for helping us.
Oops.
To help others.
Anthony says, pitiful whites, old folks home. Come on, man. Come on in.
I believe that woman had these put these chains and now she feel the black people pain.
Yeah.
And the man that put it on it didn't even have never been a slave. What amazing.
Nice. And that's all for now.
And May Brody's, thank you all. May Brody's.
Voddie's.
Voddie's.
Voddie.
I think I remember him though. It sounds so familiar. Now a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. I am so out of time. The Hate Report is coming up now, and after his show, the FortheState.tv, and after that, the American Anchor Baby, and then Sunday morning, Fellowship for All. Doors open at 11. RebuildingTheMan.com, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you for your support. To the caller, Rick, and the rest, I am out of time. Have an amazing weekend. Stay present. Remember to stay present. Don't forget to stay present. And the truth, I promise you, will work for you. I am out of time. To the caller. Bye.
The views, information, thoughts, and opinions expressed during this show are the individual's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the JLP Network or Bond. Their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. The material and information presented here is for general information purposes only. The JLP Network and Bond name and all forms and abbreviations are the property of its owner, and its use does not imply endorsement of or opposition to any specific organization, product, or service.
So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer.
I know some people have called in and they wonder if the silent prayer is working. And I just want to take a second and to tell them that it works. You just have to stick with it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I started doing before I even forgave my parents. And I was so depressed and suicidal at some times that I just would have to stop in the middle of my job or whatever I was doing and go into the silent prayer. And it really does help. Like, I don't have those anymore.
Amazing. You haven't seen anything yet. Doubt every thought. Bring every thought into captivity. Just let them all pass. Don't judge them. You haven't seen anything. It gets better and better and better and easier, easier, easier. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church.